Hello everybody, Defcamp here. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday evening? This beautiful Sunday evening here in Azeroth. What's up everybody? Oh, we got the Twitch up. Let me turn that down. Sorry about that echo. Let me close that. How the hell is everybody today? I think I'm talking to no one right now, so hopefully we get some people in here, get to talk about some classic WoW. I got some interesting topics to speak with you guys today. I actually got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. I got some questions for y'all. Got some questions and maybe hopefully some answers. So how is everybody today on this beautiful Sunday? Hopefully you guys had dinner. I just had a amazing Sunday meal, some Italian classic. Had a bunch of pasta and meatballs. It was really good. Oh, there we go. Yo, Defcamp, give me your best. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. How was that? Was that good, brother? Hell yeah. What's up, wonderful? I am wonderful. How are you? Calix, what's up? Axidian says, yo, Brian. Evening, Brian. Driving home from lunch date, classic WoW, Hypin! Absolutely, lunch date. Where are you at, wonderful? That you just had lunch. It's 6:30 p.m. over here on the East Coast. Waiting for sharding update. Yeah, I'm waiting for that, Jeremy. I wonder if that's going to be the next update. Thank you, Temo. I'm glad you like that. Zug, Jeremy. Zug. So, guys, I don't know if you caught us earlier. Myself, Melderon, Cargos, and Chimley, I did a stream over on Chimley's channel earlier today. If you guys didn't check that out, the VOD will be up on Chimley's channel. We talked all about RP PvP realms and the importance of RP PvP realms. Should they be in Classic? A lot of us thought they should. We actually did a straw poll. Oh, California had lunch. Okay, it's a little bit of a late lunch. Nice. Living the Cali life. I like it. Okay, guys, so listen to this. We did a straw poll, and we wanted to see what people were gonna play come Classic, right? You're gonna play PvP realm, RP PvP realm, PvE realm. You know, what's it gonna be? So the results were really crazy. Number one, of course, was PvP by like 66%, but in second place was RP PvP. So Blizzard was talking about not having enough demand for an RP PvP realm. I mean, just from that little, I mean, there was like 75 people there, whatever, but that's a good amount of people who would like to play on the RP PvP realm. So, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. So, I'm still, so a lot of you guys are thinking, I think the next blue post, I think if we get a blue post this week, which I really hope we do, because that would be, what, the third week in a row that we've got a blue post. What's up, Bo C? How you doing? Ball. I think it's either going to be, like I said, maybe something about sharding. I think most likely it'll probably be about PvP, though. We need a PvP update, right? A lot of people have been, I mean, we got the AV thing, but I'm wondering if they're going to let us know about the launch of Battlegrounds. I think that would be a really good thing to hear about. RP PvP is the best type of server. You get more mature players than regular PvP and no stupid XXX Sephiroth XXX character names. Dude, absolutely. Yes, right-click report Melderon. So something else we're going to be talking about. Melderon's in the chat. Say what's up to my brother Melderon. But Stagwar, that is a great topic, and that's what a lot of us were saying in the stream earlier today. We're saying that, you know, RP PvP is a place for maybe more mature and maybe more of a casual type player base. But I was talking about how in RP PvP realms, right, there are different things that you don't really see on other servers, such as, go home brother, you're drunk. I'm not drunk. Oh, you're talking about Melderon? So RP PvP servers have something like really cool that you don't really see on other servers. On RP PvP, they have RP events, right? So like you saw the Winter Spring Funeral back in the day, and you have these really cool events that people do, and I think that is something that you don't really get on other servers. So and you know, of course they have their PvP, you know, they have their raid, they have their stuff, they have everything else that you would have on a normal, talking to Melderon. yeah, I don't drink, I don't imbibe, not anymore. I have some Diet A&W right here, and this is the only kind of beer I have. It's root beer. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not gonna main on an RP PvP server, but I will definitely play on an RP PvP server. 100%. I want to get the feels. I want to be able to run around as my Forsaken priest or whatever I end up playing on that server, and I feel like it's, I don't know, I'm still debating on it because I really want to have that, you know, main on my PvP server. I feel like a lot of the for the most part PvP servers they end up being the most you get a lot of guilds that are going high-end raid progression, things like that. I feel like RP PvP is a good place to have an alt for me to kind of just chill and like casually level with like friends, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm looking forward to on a RP PvP realm. So Axidian says, it would be good to hear some official news on how many realms there will be. Dude, we were just talking about this earlier. In each region, will they be permanent realms, temporary, or will they possibly eventually evolve into TBC realms, etc.? Axidian, that is a great point, and I would really, really, really like to hear about that. So another thing is, right, I really anticipate there being not enough servers at launch. I think the launch is probably going to be a lot bigger than they think. They're going to probably have, like, you know, a couple servers per region, you know, per like East Coast US, Central, West Coast, EU. But I really don't see there being more than like 10 to 15 servers at launch. And I really think that's going to be not enough, especially if the server pops are like 25 to 3K, which 2,500 to 3K, which I hope they will be. But I'm really interested to see, you know, what the servers are going to be, how many PvP servers, how many PvE servers. You know, I mean, at least have like one RP PvP server per realm. I think that would be okay. That would be enough. But that's really important for me to know, you know, how many servers there's going to be. And like you said, will there be fresh servers starting off like at the end towards when BC comes out? Or will those servers, will you have the choice to continue that server over to BC or maybe start again fresh somewhere? Those are really great questions. I would like to hear a lot more about the servers. Stagwar says, I found in vanilla that guilds on RP servers were happier to accept meme specs if they had an RP reason to play that spec. Wow, that is really cool. I didn't think too much about that. That's a great case for that. So if you want to play Elemental Shaman or Enhancement Shaman in Raid, you probably will have an easier time finding a guild on an RP PvP server. That's a really good point, Stagwar. Thank you. BMR Burger says, yo, Defcamp, how's it going? Any new news? So nothing new regarding the AV stuff or, you know, what we heard from last week. But I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something very new soon. So hopefully this week. Another thing I want to bring up is, will Athene return? Will Athene return, the best holy paladin in the land, right? So Athene, he didn't get big till like BC, right? I'm sure Athene's gonna play. What do you guys think about Athene? Do you think he's like, because you know, I used to watch him back in the day, and then it got like a little weird with that weird stuff that he started to do. But I don't know. He's an interesting character, that's for sure. RP servers is really a problem. So few people play on it. You know, Max, that's what we were talking about. Like, we were thinking that, you know, that's what they were saying basically on that panel, that BFA panel. But dude, honestly, just the fact that they brought up RP servers, I think it makes them now have to make RP servers, because so many people are talking about it right now. Everyone's like, oh yeah, RP PvP, that I think the fact that they even brought it up is now it's going to be necessary for them to have one, because it's on everyone's mind, everyone's thinking about it, everyone's talking about it. I don't know, we'll see. I think the best way to implement a TBC server is to offer free transfers and roll it out as new separate server. That's honestly what I'm thinking as well too, Justin, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm still trying to see what happens to these servers when they come out for vanilla. Lauren Science says, or just be good enough with my Wind Fury crits that they will be begging me to raid with the bigger and great guilds. Dude, I was playing today on my level 39 kind of twink enhancement shaman, and I was telling Melderon earlier I did a 1v4 against warlock, mage, warrior, and hunter. I'm sorry, and druid. It was beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, you know, a lot of people think there's no reason to have an RP PvP server, and so the straw poll we did, guys, believe it or not, the second most popular choice for people, and this was only about, you know, 80 people, whatever, in the vote. So like I said, the majority was very high PvP, but number 2, which was about, say, 20-something%, it was like 60-something% PvP. Number 2 was actually RP PvP above PvE. So I found that really interesting. Pendulum of Doom, no, I actually have Ravager. Dude, Pendulum of Doom is going for like 1,500 gold right now on Voldemort server. So I was like, I'll just get Ravager, and it does decent damage. But once I hit level 44, I have Executioner's Cleaver waiting for me. So TBC, the Lich King, Athene, and Swifty got me into rated PvP back in the day. Oh wow, that's awesome, Exidian. Their tips and demonstrations were gold. Absolutely. Dude, Swifty, you know, Swifty, I know he's like, today he is, but back in the day, like, a lot of the stuff that Swifty did, nobody knew about that shit. Like, he made, you know, I'm not saying he made that shit popular, but he definitely made it more common knowledge to use engineering items and, you know, like weird offset items. He definitely made it so that more people knew about it. There was always people doing it, I think, but it was never as big as it was until he started doing that. And then Athene, I mean, I played Holy Paladin too, so especially back in Wrath, I really liked watching Athene stuff. Stagwar says, I played on Feathermoon, which was an RP PvE server, and it was constantly full until they offered free transfers. Wow, that's an RP PvE server, dude. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of people who, you know, from like, okay, so I'm wondering, you know, there's people who play on servers like Moonglade and shit like that over in retail, right? Would they be more suited to playing on an RP PvP or PvE server? Probably PvE, but we were talking about this and how RP PvP in its I guess, I don't know, course, like most whatever state is kind of like the purest version of WoW. If you wanted to be like, if you wanted to have that pure D&D RP aspect, you know, and actually play like you're the character, like, because I like the RP to the extent of like, I like to feel like my character is an extension of me, right? But I'm not going to go around there walking around like I'm an actual undead person. I'm not going to go into the lengths of like some people do, like, you know, I can't go out of character. Like, I think that's a little, for me, that's a little overboard. But I love that camaraderie that I feel between my fellow Horde members, between fellow Forsaken. I love the RP of being like an undead Forsaken priest. I love that. I was talking about it earlier, how I just love the fact that like I'm this hideous monster, but inside I'm something that, you know, is like completely different, and, you know, I'm to a faction almost on my own, and all this shit. I can play around with all that shit in my head, but to go that extra mile and be like, I can never come out of character, and I have to talk like this all the time, and I don't know. I don't know if I can do that all the time, dude. I just want to be myself. I want to play and chill, but I do see the cool aspects of it, and the camaraderie ship, right, that you get. Is that a word? Camaraderie ship? Camaraderie that you get from being with other people that are also into that, into the RP aspect of it and all. Like, you know how awesome it is to meet somebody who plays WoW, right? Or, you know, who plays the same faction, plays. So imagine that even more so with someone who RPs. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool things about it. You know what I'm saying? Serial Maniac says, you are the reason I am rolling priest. Really, dude? That's fucking awesome. I was wondering how leveling without wand will be like level 6 to 15. It's crap. So you can actually get a wand at level 5, Serial Maniac. It's the lesser magic wand. And enchanters will be making them like crazy in the beginning of the server. So just do yourself a favor and get yourself a lesser magic wand as soon as you hit level 5 if you can. If you have any enchanter friends, I'll be an enchanter. If you're happening on the same server as me, man, I'll be happy to throw you a wand. So definitely get yourself a wand at level 5, the lesser magic wand. Ivan Boban says, don't you think it will feel like retail when you win an item in ZG and people start whispering you to buy it? Dude, I do. I want loot trade out of the game completely. Right now I'm happy that they took it out of 5-mans, but I don't want it to be in the game at all. You know, I can see people, you know how like people, you know how like Asmongold does his runs, right? And like, oh, he's like, oh, I'd really like that. That'd be really cool if you gave it to me. If you gave it to me, and people feel like kind of compelled to give him shit because he's Asmongold, which is whatever. I mean, I'm not talking bad about the guy, but like that kind of shit's gonna be happening. You know, people are gonna be like, oh, you know, you're gonna do me. I don't know, man. Like, so in my guild, I think it'd be a great idea to do this, right? If it's a DKP guild, if it's a loot council guild, whatever, if we give something to you and, you know, it's clear cut, like you're getting this item, I want to watch you equip it, right? I want to make sure you equip it, you get that item, and then once you equip it, you can't loot trade, right? That's how it works in retail. Once you equip the item, it's soulbound, you cannot trade it. So I think that's maybe a good way to combat that for right now, but like I said, I'd rather not see it in the game at all. Equip the shit, okay? Just put it on, and you can't trade it. So I don't know, maybe you can penalize people for trading. I don't know if you want to go that far. It's dude, I remember I remember seeing Swifty had a macro that would take him out of combat then charge. He would, dude, yeah, like I said, the macros, the like you know, Skull of Impending Doom, all this shit. Like Swifty was like I said, he wasn't the first to do it, but he definitely made it pretty popular with how popular his videos were. And yeah, Swifty definitely made a lot of people want to be better at PvP, which was really cool. Never been a big PvP guy, says Brian Lyles, but having a guild waiting before launch might make me main on a PvP server. Yeah, Brian. So PvE servers tend to be usually like the best guild, like raiding guilds tend to be on PvP servers. Doesn't mean that you're not going to find a good raiding guild on a PvE server. You can, but most people do play on PvP. Like, even though, you know, back in the day it said normal, like normal servers were PvE servers, but to me it's more normal to play on a PvP server, and for a lot of people that's the same. For most people. Is your brother still moving to Germany? BMR, no, he is not. He's staying here in Philadelphia with me. We are going to be playing together. But if you're worried about us not being on an EU server, we do plan on having characters on an EU server as well, because we want to play with people like Chimley, like Dunedane, and we really want to be able to play with a lot of our EU friends as well. So we're going to have a US account and an EU account. So we will be playing both. The main reason I like Classic is food matters. Dude, food does matter, especially if you're a warrior. I mean, there's so much good like buff food too. You know, like you have your MP5 food as healers. You have to eat basically all the time if you're leveling as a melee DPS. Food matters, water matters, you know, mana matters, right? You need to actually conserve your mana before fights, and you know, if you're gonna have a big pool and you only have half mana, you better sit down and drink. Your tank needs to watch your fucking mana, or else you guys are gonna what? Wow. Cargo's made a guide to get one at level 5 on Fresh server. Yes, he did. Yes, sir, he did. Cargo's makes some amazing guides. Beautiful guides. Shouts out to Cargo's, guys. Cargo's is a champ. We did a stream earlier with him. Again, me, Melderon, Cargo's, and Chimley. Again, guys, I highly suggest you guys, after this stream, go check out Chimley's channel. The stream should be up by now. If not, it will be up soon. I mean, those big streamers will be carried no matter what. That's a great point, Dolph. No matter what, their viewers will be armies behind them killing mobs for them. That's so true. Dolph the Q. That's a good point, dude. Because what's up, Farrah? How you doing, brother? A lot of these streamer, and that's another thing, dude. Like, I want to steer clear of big streamer servers. There's no reason why I should be playing on those servers, because, again, nothing against those big streamers, right? I mean, you know, I have nothing against those people, but people, especially like Asmongold, Soda Poppin', you have a lot of retail people, a lot of younger people. They are not. I'm not saying it's not good to have fresh people coming in, but I'm just worried that, you know, it might change the feel of the server a lot. And another big thing I want to talk about, and we were talking about this earlier too, is the right-click reporting issue, right? Right-click reporting does not belong in Classic. It does not. And I think this is another issue, like I was saying earlier, yesterday, whatever, I was saying this shit. We have to push it, right? Because people get pissed off in Classic WoW all the time. Oh my god, this dude stole my mining node. Oh my god, this guy ganked me and he's camped me for 5 hours. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know, people are going to piss you off, dude. But it's not necessarily griefing what they're doing, unless they're, you know, actually griefing you. But, you know, killing you 2-3 times is not griefing. Stealing a mob or getting a node while you're killing 3 mobs is not technically griefing. And people who are used to basically playing the solo game of retail WoW, because, you know, you rarely ever see the same person twice. You rarely ever encounter people. You rarely ever get ganked. If they're used to playing that sort of game, and then they're all of a sudden getting harassed by these players, and they massively right-click report them. And when we saw this video that this guy said, oh, their only healer is this priest, everyone right-click report him. They all right-click reported him, and he got punted out of the friggin' BG. Like, it's all automated. We need to have people behind this to actually evaluate what's going on. Right-click reporting, I think, could be a pretty big detriment to Classic WoW, honestly. I do wonder what kind of server names they will go with. Old ones for nostalgia, or new ones completely. That's a good point. I hope they go with old ones, man. Oh, dude, if they had the old servers that had, like, you know, Bleeding Hollow, you know, all these, like, friggin', like Kel Facade, all these big server names. I wonder if they're. That's a good point, dude. Or I wonder if they'll do like a play off of that. That's a really good. That's interesting. I really want to see. I'm really interested in how many servers are going to be, what kind of servers, how many servers per realm, that kind of shit. I really want to know that kind of stuff very soon. Any Frenchies here? Oh, Frenchie. PvP server is the normal server. You always need that sense of fear when being an STV, hearing a swoosh and sound of rogue, knowing you're dead. 3, 2, 1, ghost, dude. Absolutely. STV is not STV unless you're looking over your shoulder. You know what I mean? Could you imagine going in STV and like not feeling like you could die at any second? That just isn't STV. Like someone said it earlier today, STV is just a jungle that you go to when you get to get across this old grub. Like it has to have that element of surprise. For me, a lot of people experienced you know, PvE servers, and that was their experience. For me, PvP is my WoW experience. Like, I'd say that more than half of my fun that I've had playing this game has been in like player versus player, you know, encounters. More than half. It could be more than that. I mean, I love raiding, but dude, like, I remember the epic battles in PvP more than I remember the epic battles while raiding. A little bit more, especially in my vanilla times, because I definitely did PvP more in vanilla than I did PvE. But for someone else, it could be different. Do you think hunters will get spots in raids? Yes, they will. Probably 2. I was too young to get really in vanilla. I was gonna roll priest, but hunter tier sets are just too nice. So yes, hunters do have a place. Hunters do have a place in raids. They need the tranquilizing shot. They need the shots to basically, you know, take buffs off targets. So they do have a place in raids. However, hunters don't do great DPS in raids. They do really good at first. In MC, you're pretty good, but like as a lot of other classes get really good when their gear gets higher, I mean, warlocks get insane, warriors get insane, rogues do so good. Hunters kind of, I'm talking about out of the pure DPS classes here. Hunters are definitely the lowest out of the pure DPS classes. But if that's what you want to play, dude, hunters are amazing at PvP. Hunters are amazing at leveling, and you can do pretty decent DPS. And the thing is, the hunter rotation is actually probably one of the most fun from what I've heard from other hunters say. So hunters love their rotation, they love the play style. You might not be doing as much DPS, but you are needed. You do bring things to the table, like I said, like those shots that take buffs off of targets, things like that. You need it for certain bosses. You absolutely have to have it. It's something that you get in Molten Core. You get the actual shot from Molten Core while doing it, and once you get that, you'll usually have at least 2 hunters in your raid. So yes, there is a place. There is a place for hunters. Today, agreed, no RCR. Are most people who played vanilla going to play the same class spec with Iowa's enhancement, but I think I want to try something else, so that I will. I will. So, and that's a good point, man. Like, a lot of people are like, you know, let's do something different this time around, and I plan on doing that. But I love Holy Priest so much. I loved it back then, and I love it now, that I have to play Holy. Like, Holy Priest, I was saying it today, it embodies everything I feel like I am in a human being. I like to help people. I feel like I'm kind of misunderstood in a way, as like the Forsaken. I'm getting a little deep here for a second, guys, okay? I love the aspect of the fact that, you know, I have outwardly appearance, I look, you know, one way or whatever, but inside I'm something completely different. I'm more of a loner. I'm more of someone who tends to do things on his own and tries to help people from the sidelines, right? I never felt like I've been like a follower or a leader in my life. I've kind of always been off to the side doing my own thing, kind of like an outcast, and I really fit in well with the undead, that kind of way. And as far as a priest, right, like, for me, nothing gives me more satisfaction in this world than helping people. And you know, I know that kind of sounds, well, whatever, but that's just what gives me my kicks. And whether it's helping someone with something really small, you know, giving someone a buff, giving someone some advice, whatever, the priest really resonates with me, because I like that aspect of being able to help people, being able to heal people, being able to buff them, this, that, and the other. But then also, I feel like I have this dark side to me, right? And I feel like when I was younger, dealing with all these shit that I used to deal with, I had repressed a lot of that nasty bullshit inside. And within me, this like shadowy fucking shit started to pop out, and that's where I started to act out as when I was younger, as a teenager, started using drugs here and there, that kind of shit. And to me, that is like my shadow side. But as I've gotten older, I feel like my holy side has come out more, you know, with my job, with what I do, is like basically helping people, you know, who are in recovery, fresh in recovery, get started, that kind of thing. So I feel like the priest, especially the undead priest, really resonates with me. And I want to hear what you guys, like, do you feel like your class spec combination actually resonates with you in your real life? Like, are you a protective type person? Do you play tank? Are you a shady kind of person? Do you play a rogue? Like, do you feel like your class spec combination actually ties into what you are as a human being? I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say about that. Okay. My dude, keep up the awesome content. Love you, bro. Kigo, I love you, brother. Kigo, guys, I just want to give a shouts out to Kigo. He's actually been making some videos. He plans on making some classic WoW videos very soon. And he was actually a guildie that I met in retail, in Legion. And a really cool dude. We started playing on a TBC private server together, and he plans on playing classic with us as well. So Kigo, he's my brother from another mother. I love you. I'm kind of upset about the old AV. Yeah, man, a lot of people are upset about that. To me, it's like, I don't know. I am a little upset about that as well, but we'll see what happens. Wow, I gotta get through these chats. Okay, so there will be a few servers. There will be way too few servers. I think so too, Glenn. I think there won't be enough servers. Kind of like there are about 100, 150 days to Classic. Wow, what? There's about 100 to 150 days till Classic. 100 to 150. Okay, I can do that. I can deal with that, dude. Hello there, mate. What's up, Vam Lorne? How you doing, brother? So if you are going to a server where you're going to let me join your guild, going for Enchant Shaman, man, I put you on the spot. Dude, if you want to go Enhancement Shaman, bro, Lord Scion, we're going to have two guilds, right? We're going to have a hardcore guild and a casual type guild. I 100% believe that there will be a place for you in either of those guilds, as long as we're probably going to have at least one Enhancement Shaman, right? Because we need a Totem Twister. So I think there's always a spot for a good Enhancement Shaman, honestly. If you're willing to do that, if you're willing to be a Totem Twister. I always hated being ganked, but the feeling of besting your ganker and killing him is amazing. I was talking about that, Ezoth. You remember as, like, I don't know if you're leveling undead, right? And you go to Hillsbrad Fields, and there's people ganking you in the Hillsbrad Fields, right? You come back like 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels later, and you gank the people that were ganking there. And like anyone who's in Hillsbrad Fields deserves to be killed, right? It's a Horde only questing area, and the Alliance are actually friendly with the mobs there. So if there's any Alliance there, they are dying. I love that. Cutting and Trank Shot, yeah, the biggest duties, absolutely, for hunters. Would you prefer then after Naxxramas is released, they release more content? Dude, I still got to think about that, Axidian. I honestly tend more to go towards, I just want to have, you know, up to Nax and then have TBC come out. I'm really not sure if I want to see content after Nax. I know a lot of people do. but I kind of not too sure on that. I'm really on the fence with that. Do you play with add-ons? I do play with limited add-ons, not too many add-ons. I have some UI add-ons, but I really don't need add-ons. I feel like I can definitely go do without add-ons, especially when Classic first comes out. I'm not going to miss the add-ons in the beginning at all. Excited to play Hunter then. Cool, that's awesome. I'm glad, Lane, that you're excited. Freya says, I'm excited to play vanilla again. When I last played, I was young and not from a natively English-speaking country, so the game was pretty hard, laughing my ass. But now I'm back and linguistically capable. Damn, you are linguistically capable. That was a beautifully structured sentence. Couple sentences there, Freya. That is awesome. I cannot. That is really cool. I'm going from Prot Warrior to Mage. Fun learning curve and no plate to hide behind. Dude, you're going from a tank to a glass cannon. That's great. Warlock, just saying, dude. Warlocks. Oh my god. Warlock is the class that I think I know the least about, but I'm like I'm so fascinated by Warlocks. They have so many tricks up their sleeves. I want to play a friggin' Orc Warlock so bad, dude. Oh my god. Like, I think I might do it. I think I might at least have a Warlock somewhere. So bad, dude. Immersion right here, boys. Immersion, that's right. Love that immersion. Alright. Hype, boy! I feel like Resto Drew. I feel like a Resto. Okay, I want to see what you guys talked about with your classes and specs. Winfrey Shaman. I hope I get lucky and then drop things a lot. I hope to get lucky and I drop things a lot. That is great, John Colley. I love it. You are a Winfrey Shaman, dude. That is great. Lol, my name IRL is Hunter. There you go, dude. There you go. I'd go Rogue then. Immersion, yeah. And being able to throw people off booty. What did you say? Dude, also being able to mind control people as a priest. Like, I feel like, oh my god, dude. Being able to mind control people off the boats from Ratchet. I did that so many times, dude. I actually felt bad that, you know, because it's a long swim, dude. That is a long swim, especially if you get them right before it goes into the loading screen. But it is so much fun. It is so much fun, but it's so fucked up. Okay, so I want to hear what more you guys said about your class and spec combinations. Can't pick class or spec. That's me, because there's no class called God. Actually, there is a class called God, and well, Melderon would say it's Shaman. And honestly, in vanilla, dude, I feel like the God class is like a class that has, I don't know, maybe Paladin. I don't know, because especially if you play like a ret, dude, you have a bubble, you have lay on hands, you have all, you know, you can do melee damage, you can heal. I don't know, a god. What would be the biggest god class? maybe Paladin. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, what is the most warrior? People can say warrior is the most OP class in vanilla, honestly. Vega, what's up, brother? How you doing? He plays Hunter because he loves animals. 2 cats and 1 dog currently. Me and my wife don't have kids, so our pets are just as big a part of our family as any human. That's awesome, Vega. I know Cargos feels exactly the same. He loves a Beastmaster Hunter because he loves it. He has like 3 or 4 dogs. Like, he loves animals, and that's really cool. I think hunters, especially a Beastmaster Hunter, is like perfect for a big animal lover. I still that Windfury Shaman thing is great. Is it true that Black Lotus respawns in Classic is 2 hours? That would make it cost like 700 gold. Yeah, Black Lotus spawns on private servers are not what they were on retail. They were much longer on retail, and I think it was close to 2 hours. I was never an herbalist in vanilla, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being close to 2 hours, if not around that time. My class spec 100% reflects on my person, and I've went from DPS warrior to I now play more elemental shaman. Wow, if balances isn't a factor, dude. So let me tell you something a little bit about Melderon. Why he's not here? No, I'm kidding. So when I was going through my addiction phase and I was going through a really bad time, Melderon was like 100% like my protector, right? He took care of me, he helped me out with so much, and during that time he played a prot warrior. Like, he really embodied the whole prot warrior aspect, in game, out of game, dude. He was a prot warrior, and he really, like I said, he helped me out a lot, and he really kind of like took the heat for me. Like, he took aggro for me when I had like male compete, like creditors looking for me and shit. He would tell them like to go F off. When I had like shit going down, like Melderon, like he actually legit took care of me, dude. Like I was in a really bad place and I needed like someone to just help me, and he took on that role. And like I never really, you know, like our dad, you know, and moms got separated really young. My dad had some addiction problems as well. My brother took on that role of being like that fatherly figure, because my brother's 5 years older than me, so he really took on that role of like being that protector. And that's why we have such a close bond, Melderon and I. Like, you know, even when he was living out in Kansas, like we played WoW to stay close to each other. But as I got better, and as, you know, I didn't need really that much protection, you know, because I started to get better, you know, started to learn more about myself, started to be more mature, he started to back off from that protection style and more towards like a wisdom, knowledge kind of person, where he, you know, went to go get his doctorate. And now I feel like he perfectly plays into like that elemental shaman, like wise, like older, you know what I mean? But not too old. He's not too old, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy, man, how much, at least for me, my brother, and for others, my actual life like plays into World of Warcraft. It's crazy, dude, and I fucking love that. I love that so much, dude. And it doesn't work with the other expansions in WoW, like in retail and all, because you just don't. I don't feel that connected to my classes. I just don't. Are we gonna play Horde or Alliance, Chris Brown? We are playing Horde. We are maining Horde. We will have some Alliance tunes, but I don't know how much we'll be playing on them. We want to do like our Super Play Brothers thing that we did back in the day. We're gonna do that on our Alliance guys, but we're gonna be maining Horde. Oh yeah, I was there. Was a tinkerer class or something, taking the engineering from a profession to an actual class. Oh wow, I'm a mechanical engineer in real life, so I'd love that. That's really cool. So you would be maybe like I don't know if you like play gnome, but so even the race, I think, has so much to do with what I pick. Like undead for me, like I said, those things, those facets of being the like kind of like being an underdog to yourself, very you know, people judge you automatically. You're kind of thinking you're this monster, but inside you're something else. And I don't know, man, like for me, I really, either that or Tarn. I feel very connected to Tarn as well, but I would say definitely Forsaken more so. I want to play a warrior for the same reasons everyone else is corrupted Ashbringer. Oh dude, oh yeah. Serial Maniac says, do you know if questing and stuff like that will still work on launch? So no, Serial Maniac, all those add-ons that you are using, if you're using on private servers, on Voldemort servers, will not work when Classic comes out. As also any kind of servers that you guys might, if you guys are playing retail, they won't work. So it's going to be a whole, they have to develop all new add-ons now for Classic, which is good. I think that's a good thing. So, you know, the guy from DBM already said he's going to be making a DBM for Classic. There's already people thinking about working on certain things for Classic. So there will be add-ons that will just be in the beginning. There won't be many add-ons, and you might have to read the quests for a little bit. So, I mean, you know, if I'm going to play Forsaken, I know most of those quests. I already know them like the back of my hand. But, you know, I recently played on another server, an Alliance again. I played an Alliance Rogue, but I went. My first character was a Night Elf Rogue, but this time I went Dwarf, and it was the first time I ever played a Dwarf, and doing those starting zones was awesome. I never did those Lochmodan or anything like that before, and I really, really loved it. Woo. Oh, thank you, Melderon. He said, don't forget to like the stream, boys. Please like the stream. It does me a world of good. I think it does, at least. I think it helps out. I'm pretty sure it does. What's the field of Melderon's PhD? Okay, believe it or not, but Melderon is actually a evolutionary biologist. He works with genetics, and I believe his PhD is actually in entomology. He worked with fruit flies, and he's a smart dude. He's a really, really smart dude. Biology, so, you know, he knows all about that biology. And for the most part, his research is mostly all about genetics and looking at the life of bugs, I guess, of fruit flies. I know a little bit more about it, but if you want to talk to him about it, you know. Horde for life, baby, says Poggin. Horde for life. Zug. Guys, okay. So, let me ask you how I feel about this. I personally, right, I love the aesthetics. Like, look at this. I love the aesthetics of the Alliance. I love the zones. I love Elwyn Forest. I love Stormwind City. I love Westfall. I love Dunmoreau. I love Ironforge. I love Lochmodan. I love the zones and I love the aesthetics. I love the architecture of the Alliance. I love the homes. I love the inns. I love the music. I love so much of that, like the Paladin, you know, type feel. Even the quests. I love the Alliance quests. But there's something that happens, right? When I make an Alliance character, I don't feel like I'm part of the Alliance. I do not feel connected to the Alliance. When I play a Horde character, I feel the camaraderie. The camaraderie ship, here we go again. I feel that connection with my comrades. I really do. Like, I can't get that feeling with the Alliance. As much as I love the aesthetics and I love the quests and all that stuff. Like, there's nothing to me better than like doing the quests in Elwyn Forest, going to Stormwind, going to Ironforge, taking the Deep Run tram. Especially when it comes to like human and dwarf, I love that shit, dude. But when I tell you, man, when I group up with people, I just don't feel connected to the Alliance like that. I feel so much more connected to the Horde. And you know what? Like, I don't like the Barrens as much as I like certain, like other zones. I don't like Orgrimmar as a city as much as I like Stormwind or Ironforge. But I feel so connected to the Horde, the people of the Horde. And you know what? Just because of that, I have to always pick Horde over Alliance, because it's me playing that character most of the time. You know, the aesthetics are one thing, but being that character, dealing with these people, because the people for me is all of it, right? It's like 90% of it for me is the interactions I have to have that connection. And I feel that connection way more with the Horde than I do the Alliance. Not to say that I haven't made some cool connections with people in the Alliance as well, I have. But for me, I just feel much closer to people on the Horde. And it's really weird because, like I said, I love a lot of stuff about the Alliance. My first character was Alliance because of that. But once I played Horde, man, I never went back. Once you go Horde, then you're Lord? I don't know. Once you go Horde, you'll never get bored? And again, is it good? Alright. Oh, Kigo says, you have an amazing brother. I feel like I can relate with you guys were going through. My brother and I connect through the games, and he was going through so much rough times, and I tried to help him. Dude, I know your brother as well. I love him too. And dude, that isn't that awesome though, having a brother, not only that you can play games with, but that you get that close with. Like, I know other people have siblings, and I've heard people who have siblings who play WoW. They're so much closer to those siblings that play WoW because of the connection that you have playing the game. And I'm just really lucky, dude. I'm so lucky to have the brother I do. Will you pre-made WOGs for ranks? Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna do some WSG pre-mades. Black Lotus wasn't like 6 hours and 36 nodes total? I'm not sure. I'm gonna farm Hordes. So happy for the classic community, making their voice heard, trying to be positive, and keeping the hype going. Hell yeah, Axidian. Dude, all the best. Keep it up. Love it, brother. Keep that motherfucking hype going. Reptiles are the gods of classic WoW, of course. I feel like, I don't know, bro. I hear you on that though, but I kind of don't want to admit it. When is Classic coming out? Classic is coming out this summer of this year, hopefully sooner than later, but they said summer of 2019. Yeah, no RP PvP is a huge issue. I agree, Oblivion. No RP PvP is a huge issue. We had a whole stream about that earlier with Chimley, with Cargos, me, myself, and Melderon, and we did a straw poll, like I said earlier. 66% or so said they want to play PvP, and in number 2, above PvE, people said they want to play RP PvP more than PvE. That was the number 2 choice of realms, was RP PvP, believe it or not. Pogren, I love you, brother. How you doing? Vornado, my boy, what's up? Thunderwolf, what's the field of Meld? Oh, I answered that question. I think I did, yeah. You think you're manning Horde, but you are not. I think I'm manning Horde, but I'm not. Oh, no. PhD in bags. Ryan G, yes, Melderon has a PhD in bags. If you didn't see his recent bag guide, that is also, he does have a PhD in bags. Yes, he does, Ryan. Troll, because I've always been tall and lanky and smoked weed since 15. Omega lol. Dude, that's great. Yeah, you're definitely a troll, brother. Tarn Shaman. I love this, right? Like, peaceful, calm, attuned to nature, a supportive class to help out my buddies. That's me, unless I get pissed off and pull out Sulfuris to hunt Alliance 2% of the time when Wind Fury procs. Come on, 20% of the time, okay? No, I love playing... Okay. Wait. That was funny. PhD in bags, dude. Oh my god. Where am I? Okay, so... Oh! Lambert 2000 says, much love, bro. Keep up the good content and great attitude. Lambert, thank you so much for the $5 donation. You get a hell yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. So, guys, RP PvP is my choice. I hope we will get them enough. Yes, I hope so, Vega. Dude, honestly, I think the fact that they even brought up RP PvP, they're screwed now. They have to bring out RP PvP servers. They're screwed ever since they mentioned the fact that they were thinking that they weren't going to do it. They're screwed. I think they have to bring them out now. They kind of fucked themselves. Can you progress without world buffs? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can progress without world buffs. My guild just killed Cthulhu without world buffs. I mean, you can do it. Like, think about it, guys. Most world buffs, except for the ZG buff, you lose when you die, right? Of course, you can flask, you can reflask, you can do all that. I mean, world buffs will help you. They will help a lot. It's nice to do it, but you can progress without them. Oh, I got the burps, sorry. 100% you can. Been listening to you guys' stuff, love it. Thank you, Nicholas. I love you, brother. We have to convince Batty to play Classic. We do, dude. We do. Remember he wanted to level a Fire Mage in TBC? We're like, dude, it's not going to happen. You got to level Frost. He's like, I'm leveling Fire. We're like, okay, you go ahead and try it, dude. Like 2 minutes later, he's like, I'm going to go respec. He went Frost. I've seen a lot of info floating around about tanks, whether it's Fury tanking or Druid tanking. You think we will see people try Shaman tanks a little more? Okay, so Paradoxical 247, great question. I love it. Let's talk a little bit about the tanks for a second, right? Okay, so believe it or not, Melderon is actually leveling as a Shaman tank. Now, we were talking to some people, you know, when we talked to John Stats, he even said Shamans were made to be a soft tank up until around Sunken Temple. So I do think people will be kind of, you know, toying with the fact of Shaman tanking, but you won't see them in raids. Honestly, I don't think so. Now, the whole thing about, you know, a Fury tanking, yes, Fury is the best spec for tanking, honestly, and not protection. So you got to remember that when tanking, most warriors, especially once they get geared and all, they actually go Fury. You need that threat, right? It's all about threat back in vanilla. Now, a big thing is, I want to talk about Druid tanks. Druid tanks actually are amazing off tanks. They're really good. The reason why people got so kind of like a bad taste when they think about Druid tanks is a lot of those people who played early vanilla remember when Druid tanks had like a quarter of the armor that they got. You know, I think they got like 120% armor, and then it got buffed up to like 360. So first impressions are lasting impressions, right? So back in the day, Druid tanks were kind of shitty. Then once they got retuned, Druid tanks were great. There are actually certain fights where Druid tanks are better than Warrior tanks. Not many, but there are instances. I think Druid tanks make amazing off tanks. I think every raid should at least have 1 or 2 Druid tanks. The great thing about it as well, you can make it very easy spec where you can, you know, if you're not tanking, you go into back form, you have your improved shred, and you just shred some targets to death, right? So you can do great DPS while you're not tanking, and all you have to do is hit 1 button to go into bear form, 2 buttons, out of form, into form. So I am a huge advocate for feral tanks. I love it. Alliance vs. Horde feels like cowboys versus Indians. Alliance has the cities and modern feel, where Horde's just chilling in tents makes us tusk and leather everywhere. That's great, dude. No, there was no tree form in vanilla. That did not come out until the Burning Crusade. The Horde have the perfect fit. I found my tribe in the Horde. Yeah, that's how I feel, dude. I found my tribe in the Horde. You touch my ta-la-la. That bad guy was legit. It was, wasn't it, dude? Legit. I wanted to play RP so I just could reduce my chance of being on a popular streamer server. Yeah, that's a good point. If you want to reduce your chance of being on a popular streamer server, play on an RP PvP server. Dude, I really feel like popular streamer servers are not going to be a healthy place to play. I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of trolling. There's going to be a lot of messing around, blah, blah, blah. I want to play on a good mix with a healthy community of people who played vanilla, people who, you know, played on private servers, and people who are new to the game, because I want to be able to pass the knowledge that I have, pass the info that I have. I want to almost live vicariously through these people who are experiencing it for the first time. I think a good, healthy mix of, you know, people who are willing to play this game, and who haven't before, people who, you know, maybe played BC, Wrath of the Lich King, but never got to play vanilla, because, you know, they're kind of used to the old style of world and this and that and the other. They're used to the old style where people talk to each other. I'm really interested to play with people like that, who have the same common goals, and that's to, you know, to have a good fucking time, right? To enjoy this game, to really play your character, to feel connected to your character, to feel connected to the people that you play with, to fucking play classic WoW the way it should be, baby. Hell fucking yeah, brother. I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait to get... Guys, we're going to be playing classic WoW in less than a couple fucking months. Like, how amazing is that? Fuck. Dude. Orc Shaman and Orc Warrior all day, every day. I love it. Pogren, I love it. You are a shaman, dude. You are a motherfucking Orc Shaman. So and another thing, man, like, I love me some Orc as well. I do. I love me some Orc. Okay. I got to get through these chats. My favorite thing about vanilla is no matter how much you play it, it always takes to another world. It does, dude. It never feels like it's an empty shell like most games these days. I have fun just farming for hours, dude. I have fun just farming for hours. Sometimes just going around, like, people like, just like, look at this dude here just fishing. Like, look how beautiful that is. Just sitting there fishing in the lake. I love it. Cannot wait to log on to that dwarf priest. I know, brother. Kona, I watched that bag video and work, took screenshots and emailed it to myself. Nice. The classic WoW fever duty. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Omega 1 for the big and Benelinks. Phobos Moon says undead priests only healing to loot Horror for Shadow R13 rank 13 grind, but will heal for AQ next. But during honor grind, if I can't shadow DPS, I'll be shadow healing. The OG, no changes, 50 gold. Respec is brutal. Dude, I know. That's my plan as well, dude. I plan on healing raids and doing shadow in PvP. The only good thing is, like, if you can be the shadow weaving priest, but you still have the respec, right? If you want to be a holy weaving priest. But there will be probably room for at least one shadow priest from the start, because we will have 16 debuff slots from the start. So you might be able to do that, but the thing is, are you going to have the same spec that you would in Shadow and PvP and PvE? Mine's a little bit different for each. So I don't know what yours is, but I really plan on honestly spending that gold every week to... that's why I really hope DM farming is a thing in Classic, and you can make pretty decent money off it, because that's what I will be doing to make my money. Is there a date on PvP gear? Nothing yet. Nothing yet, Lord. Lord. My name is Lord. Vandar Bad Tank says 100% don't need rolled buffs, and I am looking forward to them not being all over in the beginning. Absolutely, Vandar. Same here, dude. I want to be able to, like, have a little bit of a challenge. The only thing, like, I like to do is, like, when we're doing rag for the first time, maybe hop over to UBRS and get that mind control those dudes to get that flame, the fire resist buff. And other than that, though, man, like, I mean, I'll make sure I have my mana pots, my runes, maybe use a couple of elixirs here and there, maybe have my MP5 food, and that's about it as a healer for me. I'll have my stout if DM's out, and have that, you know, intel, that spirit boost. Rogue tanker, get the fuck out. Hell yeah. The Danish says, true, it's doable, but it's always slower than Frost AoE. Def, yes. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Melderon, he said def. Any recommendations for a class to play for someone who likes to support his mates but doesn't want to play a healer or tank? Yes, you can play a shaman, you can play a resto, not a resto shaman, enhancement shaman, elemental shaman. So if you really want to support, mages actually offer a great amount of support through water, through food, through buffs. You know, I don't know what kind of support you mean. Like, do you mean through buffs? You could really offer a lot as a shaman, though. As a paladin, if you plan on playing alliance, if you want to play a ret paladin, you offer a lot through your buffs as well. I think a great class to play that offers really good support and isn't really doing, you know, it is doing damage, but is also supporting, because you got to look at rogues probably have some of the least, right? You don't have any outward buffs, but you can in dungeons kind of help out by, like, you know, stunning here and there. For the most part, though, mages offer a lot of utility as far as CC. You're helping a lot with buffing. You're helping a lot with food and water. I had a mage come up to me today on my druid. I was sitting there, almost died. He came up to me, made me a stack of water, made me a stack of food, buffed me. Like, that kind of shit's really cool. You can really help people out by being that mage who is a helpful mage. So maybe that would be the spec for you. They need to put PvP in stage 2. 6 months would be too long. I agree. I agree. Stage 2, I think, is the right stage for PvP. The Danish, probably duo mage leveling would be insanely fast. Duo mage AoE leveling is insanely fast. Kitty DPS if you're Alliance, LE Resto if you're Horde. That's a good point. Very good point for the for that as well. Kitty DPS, yep. Kitty DPS, you get that 3% melee crit, right? PvP system. Mook. Hey man, what's the PvP duration of the Goblin Rocket Helm? I play on a P server and it sometimes lasts only 6 seconds. I swear it was longer. It was longer than 6 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's 20 seconds, isn't it? I thought it was around 20 seconds. That's I might be wrong, but okay. I'm off. Take care, guys. Keep binding and grinding. See you, Exidian. Take care, brother. You can even go 30, 21 Feral Resto and heal. Dude, okay, so Druid is one of the most, like, interesting classes to me. I love the ability to go, like, partial Feral, partial Resto, and partial balance. Like, I love that for PvP. It's such a cool spec. I also love full-blown fucking Moonkin in PvP, dude. I didn't realize that you get like the same fucking armor buff that you do in Moonkin form that you would in Bear form. That's a lot of fucking armor. That means melee is having a lot of trouble killing you, right? You throw up your fucking shit, that buff that tangles them. I forget what it's called. Not entangling roots, but the buff that does it. I think Moonkin is really, really, really cool in PvP. Even in PvE if you want to mess around with it. Now, Egregious and Melderon were doing something really interesting. Talking about Shaman for a second, I want to switch gears. They looked and they did a 5-minute encounter as an elemental shaman geared in like AQ gear, and they lasted 5 minutes with using pretty much your max rank lightning bolts and all that. So for the most part, guys, if you have all your consumables, you know, you have what you can to give yourself some mana, you can last either as an LE Shaman or a Boomkin, but you still won't be doing as much DPS. There's a lot of nature resistance gear out there on a lot of bosses, but it's doable. It definitely is doable. But thing about rolling a Druid. Any Feral Druids as bad as most people say they are? Feral Druids are not as bad as most people say they are. Stay tuned. Next week, actually within a couple days, we'll be having a video all about Feral Druid tanks on this channel. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Taladrill there, and it's already been recorded. We just got to finish it out, finalize it. It's been a lot of fun making that video. It's going to be all about feral tanks, and it's going to show you just how good they may or may not be in vanilla. I can't wait, dude. It's going to be such a good fucking video. Dual Mage on paper is cool, but can your mate be online 10 hours per day for around a week? That's not so easy to find. Yeah. It's basically used to someone on a P server because it's undependable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Vomp. 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 Vomp with the $50.01. You get a hell yeah, brother. Woohoo. Let's go. Druid for life. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Vomp. You are the man. Dude, I gotta say, again, with the Druid thing, like, I'm leveling a Druid right now. Thank you so much, Vomp. You are the man. I love you so much, brother. Druid, to me, is... okay, so my first Druid I made in Wrath of the Lich King. Towards the middle of Wrath of the Lich King, I played a Druid tank and a Resto healer. I loved it. Fell in love with it. Actually, was it late BC? It was either late BC or early Wrath. When I played a Druid for the first time in vanilla, I was like, this is a little boring, until I got to like level, got cat form. Dude, the grind potential of a fucking Feral Druid is insane. There's like no downtime. I mean, they are second to only Hunters in my opinion for leveling. They are so good in leveling. You want to pull like 5-6 dudes, you know, go in bear form and just like swipe them to death, you can do it. You want to, you know, kill mob after mob after mob after mob in cat form, you can do it. You know, you kill like 5-6 mobs, throw a quick heal on yourself, go back into cat form, kill, dude. Kitty cat is insane DPS while leveling. Also, they're so good in PvP, dude. Okay, I was against a mage today. You know, going in and out of form does cost a lot of mana, But if you know when to do it and when and how to slow them with the Italian roots, dude, like, you can't get rooted, you can't get slowed, you can't get stopped. If someone is like trying to cut you, you run away, heal yourself, Entangling Roots them, come back in. If you know how to play a druid, dude, they are so good. They are so dangerous in PvP. We got another donation. Pharaoh, $4.99. Thank you, brother. He says, been playing with a longtime friend for our characters in Classic. Love your content and keep the wisdom, sharing, positivity, and hype. Pharaoh, thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. You get a hell yeah, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Pharaoh. Dude, the hype is real right now. Thank you guys so much. I just want to say real quick, guys, this is like my 5th, 6th stream. And the amount, you know, having 180 people in here right now, these donations going off, having you guys in here right now, this feels so good. This is what gets me hyped about Classic, guys. This fucking community is amazing. Imagine all of us in a guild together, dude. Imagine 180 of us right now playing on the same guild, playing on the same server, talking like this in Discord, just hanging out, chilling, playing WoW together. It's going to be fucking amazing, guys. I know some of you guys want to play Alliance. I know some of you guys are going to be, you know, EU, this and that. But for the most part, guys, we're going to have EU characters. We're going to have Alliance characters. I want to be able to play with you guys because, I mean, this is like no lie, you know, meeting people through WoW and through our channel has been the most amazing thing in my life. You know, other than what I do for like my job, like that experience that I had through that, this and that, those two things in my life, I never thought I would get here in my life, dude. From the road I had, you know, growing up, you know, me and my brother grew up really poor down in South Philly. You know, very lonely existence down there. Ended up moving up to northeast Philadelphia. Got really bad onto addiction, this and that. World of Warcraft was the only escape for me as a child. Then coming now to you know, meet you guys, to start this channel up. This road has been absolutely amazing. You asked Melderon too, like, dude, we started this channel. I'm sorry, Melderon started this channel right after the NOS shutdown. You know, like a couple of years, honestly, before the announcement, the Classic WoW announcement. We started off making like just Let's Plays, like this stuff here and there. You know, we had like 50 subscribers for like a year or something like that, and then we started making more videos. Started to do once the announcement came out, we started to do discussions, things like that. The amount of people we've met and the kind of people we've met have just been absolutely amazing. Kigo, I'm gonna kill you, dude. Kigo, hell yeah, brother. Kigo says, keep up the awesome work, brother. Is there a confirmed launch date other than summer? So honestly, Kigo, no. All we've gotten so far was summer 2019. That has been it. And Kigo, thank you so much, dude. I love you, brother. Dude, yeah, so summer 2019, that is all we've gotten so far. And so the way it looks, right, because, like, are we going to get a demo? I mean, are we going to get a beta? We got a demo. We don't know if we're going to get a beta yet. It's literally spring right now, right? It's getting warmer. It's getting nicer. I don't know. Do you guys think there's going to be a beta? If there is, it's going to be really, really short. I would love for there to be a beta. There's a lot, I think, that needs to be tested. I mean, I honestly don't know why they wouldn't have a beta, dude. Because look at it this way. If they get a beta out, that's the sooner I can actually stream the game that I love. Like, I want to see a fucking beta. I want at least a month or two of being able to test things out, being able to see, you know, oh, does this work? Does that work? Are these coefficients the way they were on private servers? You know, especially as Melderon and I, you know, making guides, like, we want to know if everything is, at least, you know, I know things are going to be similar to the way they were, but are there any differences? If there are, what are they? You know, so, but not only that, like, there are without a doubt, there are going to be some things that are going to need to be changed, right? Like, why not have us help them? Because we've been having this great conversation with them going already. We've already been talking with them. We've already been working with them. Why not have a beta out for a little bit, you know, and just work with us and have them, you know, we basically would be working for them for free. I think it would be stupid. We are planning on going to BlizzCon this year for sure. So we have never been to BlizzCon. My brother and I wanted to go so bad this last year. We couldn't do it. It just wasn't in our cards. But this year for sure, dude, we would love to go to BlizzCon. I mean, we want to experience that at least once in our lives. And the fact that this year Classic is coming out, I mean, there's like, I mean, last year would have been great. I mean, honestly, it would have been a little bit of a shit show with the whole Diablo Immortal thing and all that, but I would love to be able to go this year. We're currently working on an enhancement endgame guide. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm sorry, I need to... No chance in canceling. The amount of work these brothers put in deserves so much more. Aw, thank you, Vomp, dude. Thank you so much, brother. You know what, Vomp, like, what I say a lot of times, my brother and I, we make content that we would enjoy. We make stuff that we'd want to watch. We think about these things all the time. We're thinking about, oh, theory crafting, this, that, and the other, like the meme thing that we're thinking about, the meme busters, all this kind of stuff. Like, this is content that we would want to watch for ourselves. So we're thinking, okay, you know, if you guys like this kind of stuff, that's awesome, because we like this kind of stuff. Just being able to hear that you guys, like, some people said, you know, you guys are my favorite classic WoW content creators. Like, hearing that is just mind-blowing. I mean, you know, a couple years ago, I wasn't a content creator. I didn't do anything, like, and now to be able to hear someone say that we're one of their favorite content creators, it just blows my fucking mind. It absolutely blows my mind. So much love, dude. So much love, so much hype. Love you, Defcamp. I love you, Os Janku. I'm sorry. Os Januku. I love you, Choku Puku. I love you too. That is exactly what I'm hoping for, Def. Call Blizz and tell them to release Classic WoW now. Damn it. I will. I'll call them right now. Right after the stream, guys, I'm going to call them up and say, right fucking now. This is a great place to grind for linen at low levels. Oh, we're okay, I was talking about, like, well, what? Baltimore is where I grew up, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. Ooh, yeah, Baltimore is a, it's very similar to Philly in a lot of ways, yes. If you're considering playing a tanking druid, you better get ready to farm those manual crowd pummelers from the Melderon and have, like, a stack of them in your backpack for raiding. Dude, I know, man. I know. That's the only thing, like, okay. The only thing that kind of upsets me about, not upsets me, is, like, if you want to be, like, really good, you know, at, like, even at, like, as a kitty cat, you have to, you know, be a power shifter, or, you know, have your wolf's head helm, or whatever. Not wolf's head helm. You know what I'm talking about. And your crowd pummelers, things like that. But honestly, it just adds to that flavor of the class, I think, too. For me, though, as well, like, a druid in PvP, I always say this, I think they're one of the most underrated classes in Classic. A druid in PvP is so dangerous. A druid tanking in PvE is by far the second best tank in the game, and they are better than warriors in some fights. I will say there are some fights where warriors definitely take the lead. I mean, there are a lot of fights, but there are a lot of fights where a druid tank will reign supreme. And honestly, dude, I think druid tanking, the whole feel of, like, being this big bear and the abilities that you have, it seems a little bit more, I don't know, like, I love the feeling of, like, being this giant bear taking on fucking hits and shit. I really like the idea of a druid tank. They're so versatile in what they can do. I'm, like, talking myself into fucking playing a druid in Classic. I've really liked playing on my alt druid too, man. So you think it's going to be early June, John? See, I hope so. Early June. I hope it's not August. I really hope it's not August. World of Warcraft almost killed my marriage, but now she's gone and my WoW is back. Campbell451, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm also happy for you in a way that you can play WoW now. But I'm sorry that your wife is now gone. That sucks, dude. There has been talk about early May could be a beta for a full release. Wow. Okay. I haven't heard that, but that's great news that that's true. They have to give us a solid release date soon. I hope they, I mean, they don't have to, but I really hope they do. Tarn Druid versus Night Elf Druid. For me, Karina, Tarn all the way. I love Tarn Druids. I know lore-wise they're not really, like, you know, as strong as a Night Elf Druid, but for me, I love the Tarn. They are my second favorite race in the game, hands down. I feel like Tarn for me are just such chill, such cool dudes. Like, and I love Warstomp. I can't tell you how many times Warstomp has saved my ass. As far as, like, a mechanic for me as a racial goes, Warstomp is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite. Having that AoE stun, oh my god, it's so good. And I was talking about this a lot. Like, I'm so torn between Orc or Tarn Shaman. I know you guys probably heard me talk about this for fucking ages, but I still don't know what I want to play. I still think I want to go towards Tarn because I love War Stomp, Chain Lightning, or War Stomp, Lesser Healing Wave. But dude, having that stun resist if I'm going to play Enhancement, oh, it's so good. Hi boys, go on a 2-hand enhancement. Is there a spreadsheet somewhere for pre-raid BIS? Oh, that was where Melderon was talking about that. Yeah, so Dizzle, definitely be sure to check out. We're going to be working on a guide very soon for that, and there will be a spreadsheet as well for that. All right, can't wait for it. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Beta ain't gonna come, I think. Oh, Vega. I'm honestly, I'm feeling you on this. I don't know about the beta, dude. It's going to ruin the hype around release. That's the main reason why. Yeah. Okay. So imagine how many that is going to stream or make videos around beta. They want to save that for the release date, I think, dude. That's a great point. Let me take a sip of my drink right now. Hold on. Oh my god. I love root beer. That is a really good point. I feel like Classic is such an anticipated thing. It's been anticipated for years. That releasing a beta, the hype for it will be insane. I mean, remember the demo, dude? How many people bought that? How many people think bought those tickets just for the demo? That's why they did it. They knew they would make a gold mine with that fucking deal. And they did. But imagine having a beta where you can play a lot more than just a couple levels. And 2 zones. So, honestly, Vega, you make a great point. That is the main reason I think why they won't have a beta. But then again, I think about all the potential good things they could get out of a beta. How much we would do for them, basically. It's really, really hard for me to think about this and what they want to do and what would I rather have. Because you're right, like, part of me only wants to, you know, do the beta and test things out. But part of me understands why they would do that and not do the beta. But dude, if they do that and the launch is a shit show and there's a lot wrong with it, they will never be forgiven for not having a fucking beta. I mean, it's going to be like, whatever, get over it anyway. So, I don't know, man. Pogren, dude, if we all met up at BlizzCon next year, that'd be fucking awesome. I love that, dude. Take your time, enjoy and explore the game. You only get the fresh feeling once. Don't ruin it with information. That's a great point. You know, guys, I'm going to say this right here, right now. We make guides, we make fun videos, we make talks, stuff like that. But if you don't want to, you know, if you want to learn all these things in game and get your experience like that, that's fine. You don't have to watch, you know, the guide that we put out or whatever. We do it to help those people who do look up things. I myself personally like to be prepared for certain things, like to watch guides on certain things. It really interests me. It makes me more hype. It makes me want to play things more. But there are people out there who always say you guys are doing this by making guides. Like if you guys, you know, think that having this or having that is going to somehow hinder your experience, which it very well can for you personally. I don't know, but you know, I'd love you guys to stay tuned and watch the channel for things like this. But if you feel like some of those guides or whatever aren't for you, I mean, that's perfectly fine, But I still would love you guys to be part of this community any way you could, because honestly, I think that's what it's all about, and that's what it comes down to. And like I said, we do this, we make things that we want to make for, you know, for our own interests a lot of the times. And it's like, okay, like I think people would be interested in this, but honestly, like I want to see what happens when we test all the different weapon enhancements for shamans and see what it come out to be. And I think that would make a great video. Like that's how a lot of our ideas stem from. What me and Melderon talk about, a lot of these things that we're really interested in, that's how most of our videos come out and guides come out from. Okay. Alright. Yeah, but you are real too, like you're cuss and yeah, but you are real too, like you cuss and cut up your streams. I hate mechanical streamers that tell you how you have to play, not what optimal, but what you want to do. Yeah, brother, I hear you with that. I know sometimes I curse too much. When I get excited, I curse. It's that South Philly. I mean, I guess I'm sorry if some of you guys don't like that, but it's just it's just me, man. I'm sorry. Question about Classic WoW. I noticed in a lot of Hunter PvP vids on YouTube, almost no hunters use disengage. Is there a reason why? Is it not the same? Does it not exist? I looked into Wowhead and it does not exist. No. Disengage, like you know, when you shot back in WoW. Or the actual things does not exist in vanilla. No. If you have feign death, What is the last tier in survival? I forget the last very thing in survival that you get as a hunter is Wyvern Sting. Wyvern Sting, yeah, which is basically like a sleep. But disengage, I think. When did they get the one with the things that go around them? Was that BC? I think that was BC. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I hope they come up with a realm list prior to, so we can orchestrate which, dude, like, if they don't come up with a realm list, we're basically going to have to be like, okay, you know, me, Cargos, my brother, and all the other guys agree just now that we're going to be like, okay, guys, pick this server, we pick it, okay, let everybody know. You know, here we go. Watch out on the Discord for whatever server we're going to pick. I mean, honestly, if they don't put out a realm list, that's what it's going to have to be. I think they will probably put out a realm list, though. I hope so. You know. Oh, the deterrence was added in Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I knew it was either BC or Wrath. I didn't play Hunter until... I played Hunter in BC. Yeah. Hunter was the only class, dude, that like I would play, and every time I would get it to like level 30 or so, I just got bored of him, man. Hunter for me is just not. I always liked this about a Hunter. Like, I wanted to play a Hunter, and basically be like a ranger, you know, like kind of like Legolas. And that sounds kind of gay, but you know, I wanted to be like Legolas and not really have a pet. I feel like the pet kind of steals the show for me as a Hunter. I feel like instead of me being the star of the show, especially while leveling, and this might be totally different endgame, but I never got to endgame to experience that, you know, being like a marksman hunter. So for me, while leveling, I really never felt like my role was that important as the actual hunter. I feel like the actual pet was more important than me, and that was kind of a deterrent for me to play Hunter. And that's honestly the main reason why Hunter is like my least favorite class. And I'm sorry for you guys who like Hunter, but it's not like I don't really like hate classes. I love pretty much every class, but I would say Hunter is my least favorite out of all the classes. Ow. I simply feel like there isn't enough time left for a meaningful beta, especially since they can always patch / change. That's what I'm thinking, Demo Bay. Like, is there enough time for an actual meaningful beta? I don't know. Like, you know, like, especially for, like you said, especially they can patch and change stuff after release these days. The main thing is what? Like, okay, it will make the release a lot more hectic. But I think that's also why right now they have such and I think it's a good thing right now that they have such an open dialogue with us, right? Because hopefully they can work out some of this shit before they actually do launch. So thank God they are having this open dialogue with us now, because if they weren't, dude, could you imagine the shit show we would have come launch if we had all these things, like, you know, didn't have any idea what was going to happen. They didn't tell us anything about loot trading, anything about AV, any of this. And I really hope that this is like a weekly thing we start getting with these blue posts, dude. I really fucking hope so, man. We are researchers, Steph and I. We can't help it, really, but I totally understand if people don't like guides. Yeah, I understand as well, man. And that's why we don't just offer guides on our channel. Like, we really try to have like a wide range of stuff. And, you know, DefTalk honestly is one of my favorite things because it's not, and streaming, I'm really starting to get into streaming now. I just like hanging out with you guys, talking, chatting. But for me, the DefTalk, dude, being able to not just talk with content creators, but talk with just you guys and understand what is it about WoW that you love so much. And what is it about this game that has hooked you in, that has made you play this game for years on end. And I love doing that with you guys. Like, DefTalk for me is probably one of my favorite things to do. Absolutely. Oh no, is my vape dead? Oh, I need nicotine. Oh, sorry guys. Oh yeah, I'm getting a little lightheaded. Oh, that's nice. Mod review. Vape Nation, bro. Saw that guide from Cargos. Going mage. Thanks for the recommendation. Nice. Norman Naguire says, I like to watch guides for certain things, and I'm avoiding guides for quests. Okay, very good point. I've done a decent amount of quests, but for the ones I haven't, I want it to feel fresh. I love that, Norman, and I think it's a great thing to look into, right? Because in Classic WoW, the lore is basically in the quests, right? We don't have voice actors. We don't have like these great big events that happen and like, oh, the story is this and that. No, dude. If you want to understand why you're killing these people, you have to read the quests. If you understand what you're doing in this zone, you have to read the quests. If you understand why this is the way it is, you have to read the quests. And each zone has a different storyline. Each zone has a different narrative. And in Classic WoW, dude, it's so rich. And you might run into a zone, like in Tarren Mill, there's that little book there in front of the, is it the History of the Scourge? Or something Lord around, I forget. I think it might be the History of the Scourge. Yeah. Right in front of that, right next to the well in Tarren Mill. I love just running across like little books like that and reading the story. Classic WoW is so full of these little nookies and cookies and little like awesome things that you can run into. Be like, holy shit, I had no idea this was here. I love that about Classic, dude. It's like there's so many like surprises. You get somewhere. Oh, dude, I fucking love this game. I'm just sitting here realizing like how much I actually fucking love this game, dude. Like honestly, guys, if I could right now, I'd be playing right now, and you guys be watching me on Voldemort server because I can't get enough of it. I've been playing this game for almost 15 fucking years, and I still cannot get enough of it. I literally play it every single day of my life, even if it's just for 15 minutes, or not 15 minutes, even just for an hour. If I just log on to do a battleground, or if I just log on to do some farming, if I just log on to get a couple bars on one of my alts, like, I play it every single day of my fucking life, and it still hasn't gotten old, and no other game compares. Nothing compares. I've played other games, I've played, you know, messed around, and I love Skyrim, I love games like Dark Souls, I love games like The Witcher 3, great games, but nothing compares to WoW, dude, to Classic WoW. Nothing does. Tell me how cool Priest is really quick, because I want to roll Horde, and I can't be a Paladin like I have for so many years. Okay. What happened to the music? Okay, it's coming back on. Priest, to me, is probably, especially in Vanilla and the Burning Crusade, is one of the coolest classes to me. Imagine being, you know, if you're going to play Forsaken Priest or Troll Priest, whatever, I'm going to talk about Forsaken Priest right now, though. Imagine being this monstrosity, this horrible, hideous thing, but inside you is this purity of this light. Inside you is this, you know, this ability to heal, to buff people, to help people. Priests in Vanilla WoW, dude, like they, to me, are just the pure healer. You know, you have AoE heals, you have heal over times, you have powerful spells that you can use to absorb damage. You have, not only do you have quick heals, flash heals, you have lesser heal, greater heal, you have, you know, so many abilities that you can use to do, you know, to deal with all these different things. Not only that, every spec is viable in a way. Discipline, to me, when I first start playing, especially when I first hit 60 in Molten Core, before I get my pre-rated BIS, before Dire Maul comes out, I'm going Discipline 100%. Why? Why? I will tell you why. It's because I need that extra mana to last, right? I'm not going to shoot my load and just like have no mana and not be able to finish the fight. I need that extra, what is it, 10% you get intellect? That's a lot, dude. Like, that's, you know, most of the time you have 1,000 or more intellect than someone who's holy spec. You know, okay, yes, you might do a little bit less healing, but at that time, you don't really need spiritual healing and those other buffs because you don't have the spirit at that time. You have very low amounts of spirit when you just hit 60. So why take the talent that turns spirit into spell power? You don't have that much spirit. You need the intellect when you first hit 60. Not to mention, dude, power infusion. Oh my god. Power infusion. 20% buff to magical damages. Right in the beginning, dude, mages are not doing that much DPS. They don't have the, I mean, they do good DPS, but imagine being able to buff. If every priest in your raid has power infusion, that's 4 or 5 people all your mages, your warlocks getting power infusion, getting a 20% increase to their damage. That is huge right there, dude. Power infusion is amazing. So when I first hit 60, baby, I'm going disc until I get my DM gear, until I get my tier 1. Once I got a good amount of spirit, once I got a good amount of spell power, I'm going Holy Hero spec, right? That is the spec where you go down into, one sec. You go down into 5 points in the spiritual healing. You have 5 points of spiritual guidance, 5 points of spiritual healing, and then in the discipline tree, you go down to divine spirit. So you don't get that mental strength, you don't get that increased mana, but you're okay because you, oh, and it's not increased intellect by 10%, I'm sorry, it's increased mana by 10%. So it's a lot more mana. And that is the hero spec for me. It's basically 21, 30, 21 disc, 30 holy, and then shadow, right? So now you're basically this holy person. You're all about helping people, healing, but you have a dark side to you, right? When I first saw Shadow Priest, my rogue, I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, what is that? It's a priest, but he's like a warlock? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Dude, being able to not only, like, I mean, Shadow Priests are some of the best 1v1 opponents you will ever come across. You can turn your damage into healing, dude, with Vampiric Embrace. Vampiric Embrace with 20%, and if you put another 2 points in there, you get another 10%. That's 30% of all the damage, shadow damage you do coming back as healing. You can sit there and Mind Flay, and if you have Devouring Plague as well as an Undead, dude, every 3 minutes you can tie that up with your Inner Focus, make it a free Devouring Plague. You're getting healing back from Devouring Plague, and you're getting healing back from your Mind Flay, your Shadow Word Pain, and your Mind Blast. You can sit there sometimes and just Mind Flay a rogue down and just see your health go up, boom, 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 with that bubble on, dude. And then Fear, Silence, I mean, the amount of things you can do, dude, it's just so good. So good. Priest to me, man, okay, like, if you want to heal and you like the style of healing as a paladin, I honestly feel that for me in vanilla, I love the style of the paladin healing. But since I'm not playing Alliance as well, I will go as a priest. Like, priest for me, it's the whole package, right? Because paladins, I love them as holy, and prot's pretty cool. But priest, I love all three specs. I love discipline, I love holy, and I love shadow. Paladin for me, like, I really like prot. It's kind of cool, but holy is my favorite thing about paladins. I love everything about priests, dude. Fucking everything. If that doesn't want to play priest, I'm sorry. I don't know what else will. Shaman for me, and a lot of people feel the same about shamans, dude. A shaman is my... It's so hard, dude, because shamans, like, to me, are... I was so afraid of playing shamans. And you know why? It was all because of totems. I was afraid of fucking totems. I thought totems were, like, this whole thing I had to worry about. There was too much. I couldn't deal with it. Dude, now, I look at shamans as being so cool. You're the only class in the game that has a smart heal that actually can weave out of groups, okay? We talked about priests earlier. You know, prayer of healing is awesome and all, but it only works in your party, dude. Healing, chain heal goes across party lines, and it goes to the targets that needs the healing most. How fucking cool is that, dude? Not only that, but you have your totems. Mana Spring, Mana Tide, Wind Fury Totem, oh my god. Okay, putting down a Wind Fury Totem in a group of melee, you are right there increasing their damage so much. Not only that, you give a Wind Fury Totem to a fucking tank, dude, you know how much more threat he's doing? He's doing so much more threat because he's got more swings, he's putting out more rage, putting out more threat, doing more damage, dude. It is beautiful. Shamans are my second favorite healers on the Horde. Absolutely, what's so fucking good, dude. I love druids as well. I gotta give it to druids too, man. They're the king of the hots, brother. King of the hots. You know, nature swiftness with both shamans and druids, but druids have something else which is fucking awesome. Innervate, dude. Innervate is beautiful. It is a fucking saint of the thing. And then also a lot of people forget about Trank. Yeah, Trank, which is a great cooldown. I don't know, man, but for me, the playstyle, I love priests, and then I would go shamans. And shamans are probably... I'm still tied with what my alt's going to be. So what are you guys planning? If you're going to make an alt, what is your alt going to be? Your second character. I don't know if I want to make a rogue or a shaman as my second character. I'm really fucking deciding on what I want to do. So you see, priest, shaman for sure, druid, shaman, war, and use bandage. Best healer. Yeah, I hope that helps. Oh god, dude. Sometimes I also eat at the Great Lift and threw people off the cliff with mind controlled Vega. I know I did it too, bro. And yeah, well, honestly, I never played a Alliance Priest, so I only did that. I remember doing that as a Horde player, killing Alliance that came to kill us. So I only threw people off because they didn't belong there. It's the only time I ever did it. But off the boats, I did it all the time. As a Night Elf priest, I used to sit in stealth at the boat in Booty Bay. Once the boat left, I jumped out and feared mind-controlled people off the boat into the ocean. Dude, I fucking love it. I love it, bro. Does rogue sword spec affect their offhand too? No. So John Kevin, you only get Wind Fury for your main spec, for your main-handed weapon. So I think that's what you're asking, right? So Wind Fury cannot proc off your offhand. However, are you asking about the sword spec proc or like the Hand of Justice proc? Because Hand of Justice can give you 2 swings, right? 2 swings, Hand of Justice. And then Sword Spec is an extra swing, and then Wind Fury. Imagine all those extra swings, dude. Hand of Justice, Sword Spec, and fucking Wind Fury. Oh my god. I mean, yes, like Alliance get a lot of benefit having that sword specialization as a human, and as for maces as well. But like, dude, if you're, I feel like Wind Fury is gonna always benefit over over that that little bit of sword specialization. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is nice. It's nice for humans to have that. But especially if you're like if you're using axes, if you're an orc warrior, right? Using a 2-handed fury axe, and you have Wind Fury, you have your axe specialization through being through your talents and through being an orc. Oh my god, dude. Or like for me, when I play rogue, I like to go dagger rogue. And right there, dude, having that dagger and the Wind Fury, getting those dagger procs, if you have Hand of Justice with that too, oh my god, it's beautiful. Guys, if you've never ran with a Shaman before and got the benefit of Wind Fury, or been a Shaman before and gave people Wind Fury, it is beautiful. Like, Wind Fury Totem is fucking beautiful. It has turned people to the dark side to want to play Horde. It really has. I hate the voice. So Vega says he hates the voice acting, big events, and focus on the player in retail. Any good MMORPG knows world first, player second. Abso-fucking-lutely. World first, player second. Dude, love it. What server is this? This is just a PTR that this is actually Mezio. So you guys haven't checked out Mezio. He does some really great like ambience videos, and Cargos and we all this footage has been done by Mezio. Guys, his videos are amazing. If you ever just want to like relax, listen to some WoW music, put some background up with some WoW stuff, dude, Mezio, you gotta check out his stuff. He does classic stuff. He does all iterations of WoW. But his classic stuff is amazing. It's all amazing. This guy puts so much hour into these videos. And, just said you guys go ahead and use it for whatever. And, like, how cool is that? Being able to meet people, that's the other thing, dude. The people that we've met through doing, like, Classic WoW Live, our projects, through meeting other content creators, we have done so much work with other content creators and has made our own personal work so much better. So much better. Pharaoh says, community is #1 for me. Whether it's in the guild or in a capital city or running around while questing, being positive and lending a hand if needed, or share some extra consumables and give a buff. Dude, that's what it's all about, Pharaoh. That is what it's all about. I mean, you said it right there, dude. It is 100% all about helping out and getting that help in return. Like, once you do that shit, people will help you back. I today was playing on my druid, helped some guy kill somebody who was about to die, healed him, buffed him. I went across town, got him a couple quests. It was a mage, and here comes this. It was a level 44 paladin and a mage, right? So the mage jumped on me. I start killing the mage. Almost got the mage down this low. The paladin heals him up. That mage who I helped, who was like level 36, something like that, comes over. Polly's the one dude, helps me kill the paladin down. We kill the paladin, then we kill the other dude. Like, he might have not stopped if I didn't help him back there. Just doing stuff like that. Like, karma really does exist in Classic WoW, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shadow Form is a real head turner. It's awesome and unique in vanilla, dude. Shadow Form's so awesome in vanilla. It's so unique too. It's like, and the sound. I love the sound. Hush, whatever it says, like hush, hush. It's like beautiful. It's music to my ears. Jeremy, I was Horde on Shattered Hand. Ooh, great server. We got destroyed by death and taxes and drama for ally. We still loved it. Hope it stays unique. Server to server. Abso-fucking-lutely, brother. Does rogues... Okay, I read that already as a Nelf. I read that. My boyfriend has never played WoW, and he wants to be a healer. Never played a lot of MMOs either. Which class do you think would be a would be the easiest for him. No Pally because we're going to play Horde. Honestly, I feel like Priests are probably one of the most straightforwards for a healer class to play. I wouldn't recommend Shaman because, at least for me, totems put me off at first. It can be a lot to be like a totem weaver, to learn, okay, this person wants Wind Fury, they're asking for this. I feel like for a new player that might be a little bit of a turnoff. I would say either Druid or Priest. I'm more leaning towards Priest for a first-time player because a lot of it's very straightforward. There's not much you have to worry about. You know, you have your heals that you use. You can do great DPS while leveling a Shadow and also still heal fine. So if you're leveling Shadow, you have all your points in Shadow. As long as you have like all Intel Spirit gear, whatever, and you know, even if you want to throw in some plus healing gear, if you know you're going to heal, you can heal fine being completely Shadow spec. You can do that as well as a Shaman or a Druid though, but I feel like Priests have a lot to offer. It's very straightforward. You have a, you know, if you're healing in a party, you have a great AoE heal if you need to. You have heals over time. You have a absorb if you need to. I recommend not using the absorbs too much on a warrior tank or a druid tank because it does not allow them to get the rage they would get when they get hit. So some tanks might yell at him. So I would just say, hey, you know, listen, only use your bubble on the tank if it's an emergency, if he's going to do a big pool, things like that. But for the most part, you know, it's very cut and dry, very simple. You got to know what to do. I would say the skill ceiling, you know, to play as a priest is good. Is you know, it takes a little bit of effort. But for the most part, it's very cut and dry, at least in my experience, to what to do. You know, if you need a quick heal, you use flash heal. If you need to do a longer, more powerful heal, you use heal or greater heal, whatever you have at that time. So I would say probably Priest or Druid. Druid is great as well. Now, the only reason I don't say Shaman again is for me, I felt like when I first started playing, totems were a little bit of a, and this could be completely different for him. He could be like, oh, totems or whatever. But for me, at least, I felt like totems were a little bit of kind of scary, honestly. When it's like, how many fucking totems do I have? And you know, as a new character, it might be a little intimidating, but it could not be, especially if he does a little bit of research into it beforehand. He might be fine with that. Okay, I love healing, but in vanilla, I am worried by not having enough gold by farming with Holy. Okay, so Namacruz, if you mean a Holy Priest, if you're saying Holy Paladin, then I understand, but Holy Priest can actually farm DM East, the Lashers, as long as you have Holy Nova, which you can get in that spec. It's only 1 point. You can get it no problem. Just take a point out of Holy Specialization, which will take like 1 crit or whatever away. It's actually a great way to farm. Honestly, I make all my money on my priest on that Voldemort server through DM East farm, and I can make sometimes, if I'm lucky, 100 gold an hour. You know, I have almost 2,000 gold on him right now, and that's basically all through DM East farming. So, you know, while leveling, absolutely go Shadow. You'll be killing shit quick. And DM, of course, won't be out at launch, so will be hard in the very early days. You know, you can kind of bypass that there are some places where you can farm still with Holy Nova. There's some places that I know of that you can still do it, and you can still do a decent amount of damage with, you know, Holy Fire, Smite, Mind Blast, Shadow Word Pain. Of course, it'll be a lot easier to Shadow, but once DM comes out, man, DM farm is going to be your way to go to make money. Yeah, like Vega said, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright. Troll Priest is pretty dope with Berserking. Troll Priest is pretty dope with Berserking, dude. Good question, Shizzle. Ellie is pretty much, let me see. About the endgame guide, you should straight up AQ equipment and consider that 6 phases that Blizz announced and go through each phase. Okay, that was towards Melderon, I see. Just curious as to when people are going to start leveling in alt. I'm definitely making Lock this time around, but it's so tempting to start up my Rogue during the Zerg for ganking fun. Dude, I'm right there with you. So, like, okay, I'm going to focus on my Priest probably for the first couple of months. Very, very much focused on him. You get a little bit of a lull between MC and BWL. Once we have MC on farm, once BGs come out and we're doing our Battlegrounds, trying to get, you know, our rep with our Battlegrounds, that kind of thing, and hopefully Battlegrounds, some Battlegrounds come out before BWL, I don't know. Yeah, they should come out with DM, hopefully. We'll see. Well, at least some of them. We'll see what happens. I really feel like there's that little bit of lull between MC and BWL. That's when I'll make my alt. I'm still very much stuck on, I don't know if I want to make a rogue or a shaman or honestly a druid. Like, I feel like a lot of people, how they're very still not sure they want to play on their main. That's how I feel about my alt. Like, I know I'm going to play a priest for my first character, but I'm very, very torn between what I'm going to play for my alt. I'm probably leaning towards shaman, honestly. I'm having so much fun on my enhancement shaman right now. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. But druid, dude, druid's so much fun. And rogue. So rogue is my very first character, and to me, rogue is like riding a bike. As soon as I play a rogue again, it all comes back to me, man. I fucking love rogues. Oh god, I love rogues. I want to... guys, if you guys know Cargos, his absolute favorite thing in the world is gnome rogues. So when next time you see Cargos, be like, dude, I heard you love gnome rogues. Defcamp told me that you love a good gnome rogue. And he will be like, hell yeah, dude. What should someone who's never played Classic do to get ready for Classic? Zach, to get ready for Classic, you know what I would do? I would watch people like Cargos. I would watch people like ourselves, Defcamp Melderon TV. People like Chimley. People like Dunedain. People like Grace for Days. People like Dokken. You know, there are great content creators right here on YouTube, over on Twitch, whoever you like. There's so many to choose from. I would get a little bit acquainted through doing that. I don't think you have to play on a private server. You really don't need to. But I would just maybe get a little familiarized with some things. We made a great etiquette guide. It's all about like the etiquette of Classic WoW because it's a very social game. I highly recommend checking out that etiquette guide. It's over on our channel on Defcamp Melderon TV. You can find it very simple. I really recommend checking that out. It'll teach you a little bit about what to expect while in groups, while out in the world, and how people just kind of interact with each other. I think that's a great thing to check out for. And for the most part, man, though, you know, if you want to just jump into it with not that much knowledge, I think that's a great way to go in too, because it's a great thing to be a little bit surprised and to learn as you're going. I think that's the beauty of Classic WoW, is the community can really help you along the way. So honestly, I think maybe going in there a little blind, honestly, isn't that bad. So it's up to you, man. It's up to you. How prepared do you want to be? You were not prepared for Classic WoW. I don't think anyone's really prepared for Classic. I mean, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready, boy. Alright. Oh, there's orbs can block Blackout. MK, you know what else can block Blackout as a Shadow Priest? Touch of Weakness. Touch of Weakness is undead. It does a little bit of damage that can also shock Blackout. So sometimes if you're being attacked by a rogue, right, and you're like, shit, I need Blackout to proc, you can pop Touch of Weakness real quick and hope that it pops Blackout. You can even do it like once, twice, 3 times. I mean, it's better than just constantly refreshing your Shadow Word Pain, right? But you know, honestly, that's, I mean, if you need to, like, I think it's really cool when someone comes with me and Touch of Weakness goes off and it procs Blackout. I love that. Razorick in the house. What's up, Razorick? Blizzard constantly changed its class during vanilla, and every class eventually received an overhaul throughout 2004 to 2006. But is there a class that was generally pretty consistent or a complete package? Pretty consistent. So wasn't Shamans changed the least throughout the... I feel like Shamans were actually changed the least throughout vanilla. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Shamans were changed the least throughout the entirety of vanilla, and I think like the most changed might have been Paladins. Maybe Rogues were very... There were some things that changed with Rogues, but they were very straightforward for a long time. Druids changed a lot. Druids definitely changed a lot, especially when you talk about things like Bear Form, this, that, and the other. And Warlocks would change a little bit. The thing about Warlocks, man, is like Warlocks... They do mediocre in the very beginning, but Warlocks get insanely good with gear, man. Once you get gear in a Warlock, you can destroy, especially in PvP, dude. I mean, a geared Warlock can just 1v1 any fucking body, dude. It's ridiculous. And they have so many things up their sleeves. That's why I'm so interested about Warlocks. If I could, dude, if I had the time, I would honestly play every fucking class. Every fucking class. If I had the time, I would do it. I am so interested, and I feel like the best way to get good in PvP is to really understand every class as much as you can. I didn't know that you could bop, or you could purge like Hand of Freedom. Like, of course, you think about it, and you know it, and you could dispel it. Like once I made my priest and knew that this could be dispelled and that could be dispelled, and like it's just so much better when you know the play style of a mage. Like, okay, I'm running close, so maybe I can duke out his Frost Nova right now. So you act like you're running close and move back, because by playing a mage, he's gonna Frost Nova, because that's what I would do at that point. Or you know exactly when he's gonna do a polymorph. So right before he does that polymorph, drop your grounding totem, things like that. Knowing the class, when you play it, you understand it so much more, and it really helps you in PvP. I feel like if you can at least play a class a little bit and get a feel for their whole toolkit, if you get a feel for the whole toolkit and what they have up their sleeve, what they can do, you will hugely just increase your chances and your skill in PvP. I mean, hugely increase it. There's a tip right there for you. Tips. Alright, nothing, play it, experience it, and enjoy it. I love it, Vega Vega. Once it releases, Zach, you're the only WoW version once. Don't ruin it. That's true, Vega Vega. That's what I was saying towards the end there, dude. Like, if you want to just go for it, dude, you know what, man, just like don't go in there blind, dude, and honestly, you will probably be greatly rewarded for that. And the community will help you along the way. That's the great thing about Classic, man. It's like, you might be a little afraid of things here and there, like, oh, I don't know what to do here. Don't be afraid to ask, dude. The vanilla community is very welcoming for the most part. It's very warm, very welcoming, and we were all noobs once, dude. We were all noobs. I was a noob for my entire vanilla experience. But you know what, dude? People helped me. I asked people, hey, what's the best spec for rogue? For PvP, should I be combat? Should I be subtlety? Should I be assassination? I don't know. What's the best? Should I use a sword and a dagger? Should I have a slow dagger in my main hand and a fast sword in my offhand, or should I have a fast dagger in my... Like, I didn't know, and I talked to people, and they really helped me, especially when you talk to people one-on-one. Dude, you can really spark some amazing conversations, and people are so willing to help in vanilla. Honestly, dude, go in there with very little information, and I think you will be greatly surprised. You will be greatly rewarded. Embrace the fact that you're a noob. Embrace it. Accept it. And honestly, kind of just fucking pasta sauce is coming up. And you will be greatly rewarded. Honestly, dude, I think that's a great way to go for it. Will there be world chat? Most likely, no. There will not. There was not any world chat in vanilla. There will be trade chat, there will be local defense, there will be general. Another thing, dude, I love local defense. Like, I want to be able to, when I'm 60, see, oh, shit, the crossroads is being attacked. Let's go, guys, let's go to the crossroads to help everybody out down there. I love that kind of shit, man. Okay, John Kevin says, will there be a Baron's chat? I think there will be a Baron's chat. I don't know if it's going to be exactly what it was like in vanilla, but people are going to try to make it what it was. Like, super hyped for Classic, even though I won't be able to play at all. I'm happy for everyone who will be playing Lambert 2000. That's beautiful, dude. Even though you're not be able to play, you're gonna be so hyped for everyone who can play them. That's beautiful. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Vega Vega, Razgris, all classes in vanilla are good, needed, and valuable for raiding and PvP. Any shortcomings the class might have can always be increased with professions, consumables, trinkets, etc. That's a good point. Druid, because he can be anything. Guys, really excited for the new experience. I know I am, Zach, too. Dude, Zach, you are very lucky, and I'm honestly kind of jealous that you have never experienced vanilla. And dude, just like, I'm serious, man. Like, if you want to, you can look up a little bit here and there, like they said, but honestly, dude, if you go in there blind, people will help you. Like, don't be afraid that you're not going to learn shit. Like, people will help you. Especially if you end up rolling on a server, like where me and Melderon, if you end up with us, dude, the community over there, I know if you guys are going to be over here, it's going to be fucking great. If you want to join us there, guys, I mean, it'll be fucking beautiful. Then he should not be a healer then as a beginner. I mean, honestly, it's up to him, man. If he wants to heal, I wouldn't deter him from healing if it was his first character, honestly. We were all noob once, that's right, baby. How are you versus rogues in PvP? Ivan, As Shadow is very good against rogues. A good rogue, I feel like, though, a good rogue can be difficult, especially a very geared rogue. Like right now, my priest is not that geared. He doesn't have full AQ like gear. He has, you know, very limited gear right now. I rated, you know, Molten Core. I did a little bit of BWL. I did 20 mans, you know, ZG, this and the other. But equally geared Shadow Priest versus Rogue is a great fight. And, you know, honestly, I really feel like the Shadow Priest can come out on top if he has all his cooldowns. If you're undead, if you have Devouring Plague. You got to know when to fear. The thing is, right, like, if you're dueling against an undead rogue, it's going to be very hard, right? Because you're going to need that fear to either, you know, dot him, get him up, or whatever. If you need to heal yourself, a good rogue will be very hard, especially if they know what they're doing. Like, but they definitely, Shadow Priest can beat a rogue 1v1. Rogues are very good 1v1 as well, though. But for the most part, I feel like if you have Devouring Plague as an undead, if you even have increased Vampiric Embrace, which I think I do in my PvP spec, with all that healing that you're getting from your damage and your bubble, you can kill them before they can kill you. But you got to play right. You got to play your cards right. You have to be very careful, because if a rogue gets a couple of lucky crits, and another thing too, I faced a rogue a couple times who actually was he would use his first 5 combo points on oh no, what the fuck's it called? Expose armor, and then he vanished. Even though he had dots on him, he vanished real quick and opened up with an ambush on me, and like fucking. So it's, I mean, there's some cool playstyles you can mess around with, but Shadow Priests do relatively well against rogues. But a good rogue, like I said, you know, it depends on the playstyles of people. A good rogue can take out a mediocre Shadow Priest. A good Shadow Priest can take out a mediocre rogue. They are pretty well suited against each other. I love PvP. I love PvP as well, baby. I love vanilla. Yo, what up, Defcamp? What up, Crimson28? How you doing, brother? My brother from another mother. How you doing? Dude, okay, are you worried about the current players who have never played vanilla before will ruin it for everyone else because they don't understand classic etiquette and will leave after one wipe? So Ashley M, that is exactly why we made that etiquette guide. So, okay. The thing is, I'm afraid a little bit, but in the end, I feel like those people will eventually either leave Classic because it's not the game for them, or they will adapt, right? I think over time, they will either leave or adapt, because when it comes down to it, it's either going to be the game for you or it's not going to be the game for you. If you leave after every wipe, be prepared for people to remember who you were and not invite you to groups. I honestly believe 100% in the self-policing of Vanilla WoW. We are one server, under God, unified. No, seriously, but it's a one server, you know, a small server. People remember who you are. They know, hey, this guy, he fucking joined our group, and we got in there. It took us like a half hour just for everyone to get there, get buffed up. We did one pull, we wiped, and he left. You know, like, what a dick. You know, and people will remember him and not invite him to, you know, the next group. And I feel like you will be rewarded for staying, you will be rewarded for helping out, and you will be punished for being that person who just leaves, who just, you know, is a dick and does shit like that, who ninjas and does that kind of shit. And eventually, I feel like a lot of people will either leave or adapt. And I feel like WoW is a very good self-governing system, especially Classic WoW, because the community is very good at governing themselves. I feel like we don't need a lot of help from Blizzard. For the most part, we do a really good job governing ourselves. So I think, you know, I think it'll be an issue maybe a little bit in the beginning, but I think after a little bit, it'll start to even out. Okay? It's like watching a TV series you really like. Just excited to get tired. Oh, dude, I'm excited to get Town Mill Southshore back as well, brother. It's like watching a TV series you really like, and at the end you feel sad and just think, damn, oh, wish I could watch it again without knowing what happens. That's so true, Vega. Dude, that's a good point. Do you guys ever watch, so like a good one for me, Battlestar Galactica, the new one that came out? What a great show, right? And then once you know what happens, and I watched it again, but like, oh dude, like the ending was so good and that surprise and all that, I wish I didn't know I could watch it again. You know, that's a great point. That's kind of like what Vanilla was for a lot of people. Currently playing on a private server and amazed by the amount of help by people playing, and it's the same area. Dude, Paul Young is beautiful, isn't it? It is so beautiful. And on private servers, people are always like, oh, the people on private servers are so toxic, they're toxic. Dude, yo, the fact is, there are toxic people everywhere. And sometimes the toxic people tend to be louder than the normal people. Because the normal people are just off doing their own thing, just hanging out, chilling, right? But for the most part, dude, people are so fucking helpful and so nice on private servers. It's really beautiful. It is. Oh my god. My mouth's starting to lock up my jaw. I've been talking too fucking much. Whew, cheers, boys. Boys and gals. Alright. There is no new server Insta60 from and other players like there now. Yo, whoa, wait up. I wish Horde could get Mechano Striders. I've always wanted to see a Tarn on one. Dude, that'd be great. A Tarn on a Mechano Strider. I wonder, you could get the Orb of Deception, right? What class turns into a Torn on the Alliance? I forget. So just get a Mechano Strider on him, use your Orb of Deception, and then there you go. You got a Tarn on a Mechano Strider. Right? That'll work. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Ashley, MES, definitely worried about a new player. Vanilla is a self-police game. Yeah, that's what I said, brother. That's what I said. PvP ranking 1 versus 11. Frost Mage 2 Rogue. If we talk about top level, Frost Mage Rogue, brother. Oh, dude. Me and my brother had a Mage Rogue on another Voldemort server. And so Mage and Rogues especially are all about control, right? You have CCs such as Sap, Polymorph, you have stuns, you have freezes, you have roots, you have all these things, dude. The amount of control you have those two classes, man, there are not many classes that can go against Mage Rogue. Just being able to keep someone CC'd, you know, if they're, you know, say you're, so guys, in Vanilla, right, Sap, you have to spec into Sap to actually stay stealthed when you sap, but still, even if you spec in it, you still have a 10% chance to come out of stealth when sapping. So in the Burning Crusade, they changed it so when you sapped, you remained in stealth. In Vanilla, it's not like that. You sap, you would come out of stealth unless you are talented in it, and still you would have you only can get up to 90% chance to remain in stealth, but 90% is pretty good. So imagine you run up to somebody before they get in combat, sap them. You know, you're 2v2ing somebody, you go out on whoever else is there, and then say for some reason, hey, it's a paladin or whatever, right? He bubbles out, you wait till the bubble goes out, and then you can polymorph. And the amount of CC you can do, you have blind, you have your stuns, you have roots, you have counterspell, you have your silence with improved counterspell. The amount of control you can do with a Mage Rogue is unbelievable. So I feel like Arena would never work in Vanilla because Mage Rogue would be so OP. And then also, dude, being a Warlock and just fear spamming people is ridiculous. Ridiculous in Vanilla. Why do people think it's important to rush to level 60? I don't know, Philosopher, is a good question. I honestly, I want to get to 60 relatively, you know, in a good time. But I really want to experience my leveling process. You know, I'm going to do dungeons. I'm going to have a good time. I want to be able to get to 60 relatively quickly so that, you know, but not too quickly. Like, I don't want to take, like, a couple days, you know, 4 or 5 days playtime and get right to 60. Like, that's not for me, dude. I want to experiencing the level process. Like, no other point in WoW was leveling such an amazing and big part of the leveling process. The leveling process in Vanilla is literally like a third of the game. Me and my brother, Melderon, we say this a lot. You have 3 aspects: PvP, PvE, and the leveling experience. The leveling experience is an experience. It takes a long time. Enjoy it, dude. Do dungeons with your friends. Meet up with people. Do some world PvP. I love it. I love being like level 39 right now and queuing up for dungeons and killing people and doing shit like that. Especially when I make my alt. So my plan is for my first character to get to level 60 in a decent amount of time. Not really quick. I'm not going to be like the first, you know, few on my server. I'm probably gonna get there in like a month maybe or so. That's my plan, right? And then when I make my alt, I'm definitely taking my time. Like, this is my plan when I make an alt. I'm gonna play on my main, and then I'll play on my alt, and then I'll get him, let him sleep up, let him get like rested and all that. Play on my main, then go back to my alt, let him get rested, do that, keep going back and forth. That's my plan for when I make my alt. So I'm really not like too big into rushing to 60. That's not really for me, honestly. Phew. Red Wedding, Philosopher 215. Resources, Devil Sword, Lotus. Yes, yes. I hate quitters. Why do people... Okay, that's where we were. Sup, Defcamp. The hype keeps growing. Summer is coming. Nation of Pig. What's up, brother? The hype does keep growing, brother. So, guys, I mean, summer is around the corner. It's so true. I'm really wondering something like right now. How many of you guys... I think I asked this question, but I didn't know if you guys got back to me yet. No. What are you saying? Are you worried about Q dodging? Do you think Blizz needs to put Deserter to leave BGQ? Yeah, someone actually asked me that another time. I honestly, yeah, I think I am a little worried about that, but I'm a little bit more worried. So, I mean, Q dodging happens. It happens all the time, especially on private servers too. Like, you know, even you get a group going into AV. Oh, it's a pre-made. Everyone leaves. People do it anyway, even with Deserter buffs, dude. It's like, I don't know, man. It happens. It's definitely gonna happen. I think it's a good question. I'm kind of on the fence about that, man. But I'm okay with there being a Deserter buff. I said it first, yo. Why did everybody say gnome? Hold on. Did I say something about gnomes? Orc Shaman for the win. For the win, brother. How do you think vanilla-izing the monk would go? Oof. No. Sorry, Bob. Smith. I do not think that would go well. You mean like putting a monk in vanilla? Wow. Honestly, it's... No. Just no. Sorry. No. Warlock, Warrior, Mage, Rogue. Dude, Warlock, Warrior, I know. That's a good point. Crimson 28, dude. Warlock, Warrior is amazing as well. So, I feel like Warlocks don't get enough love in PvP because, like, dude, when Warlocks get geared, and even, like, before, like, just when they get really fucking geared, I mean, that fear spam, though. So, are we talking about if a Warlock Warrior is against Mage, Rogue, say that both the Mage and Rogue are undead, though? Would that still? Do you still think that you would give the advantage to the Warlock Warrior? Because if the Mage and Rogue are both undead, that might play an interesting part in there. But Warlock is so good in PvP, dude, and so is Warrior. I mean, Warriors can just delete people. Just fucking... I mean, you guys ever watch Executus? He has some videos with his Warrior just wrecking people, dude. Wrecking people. Fishing and trolling rubies. You got sap out of blind. Did that work in vanilla? Sap out of blind. Well, yeah. So as long as you leave combat. So like, what you do is you blind, right? Re-stealth. As long as you re-stealth out of combat, then you can sap. Yes. And the paladin shrink stuns and wreck bombs you out of the game, dude. Are you guys excited or disappointed about no sit crit in vanilla? What do you guys think about no sit crit? Classic is going to be more played than BFA. Abso-fucking-lutely, baby. Abso-fucking-lutely. Where's that hype at? Where's that hype? Where is the motherfucking hype, dude? I absolutely think Classic will 100%. What do you guys think? Will Classic be more played than BFA? I mean, BFA, like, it doesn't even have to try. Guys, I don't know. Where's that hype at, boy? Where's that hype at? Dwarf Warrior and Human Warlock, Undead Mage Rogue. Yeah. Oh, Dwarf Warrior and Human Warlock, Undead Mage Rogue. Yeah, happy no sit crit. Here's that hype. There's that hype at. Thank you, HTNN, for that hype. Happy no sit is real. Yeah, me too. Yes, Classic. Do we know for sure there's no so there's no sit crit in the in the demo? So I'm guessing there will be no sit crit in Classic, right? Just like there was no backstab from the front in the demo, I'm guessing there also won't be no backstab from the front in Classic. I'm also happy about that too. I doubt that, because player demands have changed over the years. Yeah, they have. What's up, Christian? Well, Brett, how you doing, brother? Did I say something about gnomes? I'm really glad to see you here. Vomp, there that hype out, baby. Alright, I do not think Classic will be more played because Classic is a specific type of old school player, different generation. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Like, I hear you on that, Aries, but I think there's a lot of people who are waiting to play Classic WoW, dude. There's no sit clit. So, from what I know, Vega, honestly, it's the same category as moonwalking for me. It's a shame it's not there, but dude, I know moonwalking, dude. I'm gonna miss moonwalking too, man. Even without sit crit, the mobs that tend to crit naturally often enough, so it's a mild annoyance. Yeah, but I mean like intentionally sit critting, like for reckoning stacks, you know, shit like that. No sit crit is good. Wreck paladins exploit that. Yeah, they definitely do, dude. You know, like I always seen like I love seeing a rep paladin sit crit, you know, for, the hunters on them, and then they just put Hand of Freedom, run over to the hunter, and just like one shot them. It's kind of ridiculous, though. Do you have any good stories about you making new mistakes back in vanilla? Ethan, I have some amazing stories about me making new mistakes. I don't know, we should save it for next time, but I'm kind of getting close to my time here tonight, guys. But I guess I can give you a couple real quick ones. Just here waiting for release. What's up, Doc78? How you doing, brother? Stealth detection from Human Warlock and Stone for... Oh, dude, it's so good. Help against the Rogue. Yeah, dude. It's crazy how good stealth detection is in Classic, man. It's fucking unbelievable. Dual leveling guide is what we need. Got them solo guides out there, but we need ways to supplement the lost XP. Okay, Hayden Fisher, go check out Cargo's channel right now, dude. There is a dual leveling guide up there on Cargo's guide. Check that shit out. Tell him Defcamp sent you. And tell him that he, you know, we all know he's going to play a Gnome Rogue. Alright, Classic Legacy servers will become recognized as the real game. Ryan G, beautiful. Hell yeah, brother. So, okay, a funny... okay, Did I ever tell you stories about the rave thing? Okay. Do you know of an existing guide covering 1v1 encounter tactics? 1v1 encounter tactics, Christian Deshins. What do you... like... all encounters tactics, like 1v1. Oh, okay, like PvP. I don't actually. That's a really good idea, though. That's a really good idea, Christian. 1v1 encounters and tactics. That's a great video idea, and I don't know if I have someone in mind who actually might be really good at doing that. I mean, I'm pretty decent in PvP, but I know people that are way more intelligent and you know, have more information in PvP than I do. Especially remember trying it and not work. Okay, so here's a quick little story. So back in the day, when we first started playing, my brother and I literally heard him for the first time and said, dude, there's this thing, right? You get 40 people and they all go into this place together and they rave together. It's a 40-man rave. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You telling me that like they have raving in WoW? Like he's like, yeah, dude, it's a 40-man rave. So I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm gonna try it, right? So I go in. I'm like, hey man, I'm looking to join one of those 40-man raves. And someone's like, dude, you're level fucking like 13. What are you doing? I'm like, dude, I can do a rave. Like, why can't I come to a rave? He's like, dude, what are you talking about rave? It's a raid. R-A-I-D, raid, not rave. I literally thought they got 40 people together and danced and had a rave. That's what I thought a 40-man, because my brother, he talks real fast. He's like, yeah, 40-man rave, 40-man rave. I'm like, 40-man fucking rave? That sounds fucking awesome, dude. Thinking there's just like 40 people sitting there dancing, you know, fucking doing the fucking dance. So, there you go. Yeah, 40-man rave, dude. Back in the day, I didn't know there was anything called a raid. I literally thought it was a 40-man rave. So, there you go. I got a lot more noobs. So maybe next time we stream, guys, that's what I'll do. I'll give you a whole bunch of noob stories, and I want to hear some of you guys as well. Yeah, 40-man rave, brother. Oh, yeah, we back. What up, Lion Flow? What up, brother? So, Vanilla WoW is all about killing Murlocs surrounding a chest just to have someone come open up the chest while you're killing that last Murloc. Crimson 28, that is Vanilla WoW. That is Vanilla WoW in a fucking nutshell right there. Dude, you know how many times... so I was doing a Battleground the other day, and it wasn't Black Lotus, but it was you know, Mountain Silver Sage. I see this Mountain Silver Sage. I'm like, oh my god, you know, I'm gonna get this Mountain Silver Sage. get there, and it's like this close to doing it, all of a sudden, sapped. And then this fucking dwarf rogue comes out, and he's like, /thank, /TY, and he thanks me as he steals my Mountain Saber Sage. Shit like that, dude. I mean, it was, you have to laugh. It's so funny. But, like, rogue stealing Devil Sword. The worst is, right, when you're like, okay, there's this mining node right there, and there's like, oh, I could pull this guy. God damn it, pull this guy. You try to kill him real quick. You turn around, there's someone's there stealing your fucking node. You're like, God damn it. And it's the worst when they're from the same faction, because you know that they know that you were trying to get that node, and then you got and you just happened to fucking pull aggro. I hate when that happens, dude. But that is vanilla WoW in a nutshell. Smash that like, oh, Cargo's in the house. What's up, Cargos? Dude, Cargos, we're just telling everybody how much you absolutely love playing Gnome Rogue. And everyone here was saying that you make a perfect Gnome Rogue, and that they would very much love to see you play Gnome Rogue in Classic WoW. Guys, let's give a hell yeah for Cargos and his Gnome Rogue. Yeah, and Cargo, someone was actually asking about dual leveling, and I said, you guys have to check out Cargos' guides, his dual leveling guide. He has some amazing stuff all about dual leveling. Someone in here was just saying that they would love to see a dual leveling guide. I said, hell yeah, you gotta check out my brother Cargos. Check out his dual leveling stuff, because it is amazing. Hell yeah, Cargos, Gnome Rogue. Hell yeah, I welcome you, Gnome Rogues, to meet your deaths. Oh, dude. When I was new to WoW and had to log out, I went into the inn, jumped into a bed, and did /sleep before logging off. I wanted a rested experience. Yeah, that's the only way, guys. The only way you get rested experience in vanilla WoW is if you /sleep in the bed in the actual inn. It's the only way you'll get rested experience. That's fucking great, Vega. I love that. Dude, I have so many noob stories. So, dude, I gotta remember some of them, more of them, because there are literally hundreds of things I can tell you. And some of them aren't just from me. Some of them are from buddies that I've had. I honestly, like, I never knew about professions until I knew about, like, professions like, you know, cooking and this, that, and the other. But I think I didn't level my lockpicking. I didn't level my poisons on my rogue until I got to, like, level, like, way later. There's so much noob shit I did do, but I'm going to save that for next time. We're going to have a whole just discussion about all the noob shit we did back in the day, dude. I can't wait. Cargo, what's up, family? We are family. You're all my brothers, sisters, except for the Alliance and me. I'm just kidding. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I remember Warrior fighting mobs, and I take chest. He got really mad and wanted to duel me. I did win, and then he got really pissed. And I was a young lad back then, not ninjing. Poor chap chest again. Dude, that's great. Dude, you know what's really funny? Like, you kill someone out in the world, right? And, like, you know, like, it's just whatever. You kill them, and then they come back, and you're like, oh, my God, I'm going to kill this guy. They come back, they try to gank you, and you kill them again. And then they come back, try to kill you, and you kill them again. Dude, you know that person is so pissed, but that's what it's all about, right? It's all, you know, it's all love too, dude. Like, honestly, sometimes I forget. Like, you gotta remember, dude, this is just bros behind the computer like me and you, man. It's just guys hanging in the chat. I know, you know, we like to shit on the Alliance once in a while. You guys on the Alliance like to shit on the Horde once in a while, but it's all love, baby. You know, a lot of these people, you get this feeling of, just, you know, honestly, I mean, it does suck when you get ganked and people are like just killing you nonstop over and over again. But I feel like for the most part, you got to remember at the end of the day, like, to keep a smile on your face and to not take it too seriously, right? Because, you know, I mean, like, it is a game and it isn't a game. Like, my brother always say that, because it is a game to a certain point, because you don't want to let it get to you too much. You don't want to let it get you angry. But it is such an experience that can just make or break your day. And I feel like a lot of times you just got to remember to keep a smile on your face, dude. 10-minute rest timer is horrible, dude. But that's when I get up, you know what? I'm like, all right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go, you know, smoke my vape or have a cigar. Just go take the dog for a walk. Go, you know, have a sandwich. Sometimes it's good, like, if something like that happens, just to get up, go do something, and then come back 10 minutes later and be like, okay, here we go. Girls don't play WoW. That's true, right? Girls don't play WoW. Bob Hope. Hey, Bob Hope. What do you think the most underrepresented class will be in vanilla? It probably will be either Druid or Shaman, honestly, and they are both amazing classes, but they tended to be underrepresented. Usually Druid or Shaman. I think Shaman is actually the most. I think Shaman is only because they can only be played on one faction. I think it would be Druid if they were limited to one faction as well, but for the reason of the one faction limitation, I think it usually does end up being Shaman. Even though, dude, I fucking love Shamans. Girls own WoW. That's right. Girls do own WoW. Codex played. 1.5% of my audience is female. That's right, Carter's 1.5%. That's a good amount, dude. You know, there's a couple females in the chat right now. At least there was. Yeah, Carter goes, what the fuck? I was on my spell reckoning pally and going, wow. Then I recalled Nightfall and spamming wing clip, and the build suddenly clicked. My 11-year-old girl will be playing next to me. Vom, that's awesome, dude. You know what? We had on our Vom, we actually had on our DefTalk, I don't know if you call it. It was a daughter-father combo that actually played, and we had them on DefTalk. It was actually a great episode, dude. Great episode. Versus, I remember playing this Night Elf who came in a duo and kill me, then RP about farting in my face and smearing his poop over me. I was so mad. That is great. That is great. Camacho Rojo for a cigar recommendation. Ooh, Camacho Rojo. Okay, I'm actually gonna write that down. Camacho Rojo. You know what I really like? Do we have this for those Ryan Lane? It was called Amazon Basin from Cal, CAO. Beautiful cigar. Absolutely amazing. Amazon Basin from CAO Cigars. So good. I recommend that as well. Wow, I am in the 1%. That's alright, Neolithic. You're in the 1%. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, you could never find a tank, but now I think people realize how good warriors are. Dude, that's the thing, dude. Like, and the great thing about being a warrior is, like, you can still tank and not be prot, you know, especially while leveling. And I really feel like, especially on the server that I play on now, there is not a shortage of tanks. There are a good amount of tanks. And so many people play warrior, right? And I feel like every warrior just keeps a shield in their bags, right? A shield in a one-hander. I mean, you might as well. You never know when you're going to need it. You never know when you're going to need it. Warrior is a master race. Dude, warrior, I gotta admit, even as someone who doesn't play warrior, you gotta recognize how important the warrior is in vanilla. I mean, they offer just insane DPS, and they are just amazing tanks. Like, I feel like if you can help out a warrior, like Melderon said in his guide, just when you help out a warrior, remember, you're not helping just that warrior out, you're actually helping the server out. The more warriors that get the level cap, the better it is for everyone. So remember that next time you see a warrior who asks you to help him do his role in a quest at level 30, or a warrior who's struggling killing 2 mobs and just needs a heal or a buff. Remember that next time you see your warrior friend. Give him a heal, give him a buff, help him with his role in quest, be his friend, because in the end, it will help you. Hey, a little commercials for warriors there you go. That's what it's all about. That's right, brother. No safe space, the world actually feels alive. Hell yeah. I remember the wall walking, dude. I miss the wall. Dude, who remembers going underneath, like, Ironforge? Or, I mean, going underneath Stormwind? There was, in the trade district, you would go over that one lamp, and you can get underneath Stormwind, and then this one guy was like, hey, dude, come here. Check this out. He showed me how to get underneath Stormwind, and then I became the guy who was like, hey, dude, come here. Check this out. I want to show you something. And showed everyone how to get underneath Stormwind. I love that kind of shit, dude. I spent 2 hours exploring with that and making it onto Stormwind and Ironforge, dude. The Ironforge airfield. Oh my god. I like a lot of cows. They're great cigars. Haven't had to pick. Yeah, dude, try the Amazon Basin. It's really good. Really good. Eric Shu, ask Melderon about deleting his level 60 warrior because he hated it. Bump, dude. Yes, Melderon did delete his level 60 warrior because he hated it. He literally despised that warrior, and now he loves him. It's just, he was such a noob then that was one. There you go. That's a really big noob thing. He was such a noob and didn't really understand how to play warrior. He got so frustrated. Didn't take the gold off. Didn't take all the good mats he had. Just deleted it. Just straight up deleted it. And the best part is, our buddy Tea Time gave him everything to help him on that guy. He gave him gold. He bought his mount for him. Did all that, and he just deleted it. And my buddy was so pissed that he deleted it. Oh man, it's so funny. You got to keep that shield in your bags. Absolutely, absolutely. Keep that shield in your bags. Active defense stance, shield, wall macro. Hell yeah, my druid is going to make them warriors cry, because I'm going to tank better than them. That or fail horribly trying. Daka 78, I love that, dude. Make them warriors cry, brother. Show them what a real tank is. That's right. Or fail horribly. But honestly, dude, I think druid tanks are actually better than warrior tanks in the leveling process, right? While leveling, druid tanks are really good, especially if you have the right talents, right? To help with tanking. But you need the improved threat talents. You actually need that more than the armor from items. Thick hide. You need the threat way more than thick hide if you're going to plan on tanking while leveling. But it's just, you know, you can go into bear form and it's just really easy to tank, and it's really simple. Even if you're a fellow druid, I do it with my druid. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's great. You should try it sometime. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Hello, brother. What's up, Basher Hayden? So many memories of exploring Azeroth. Basher, I got a question for you and everyone else in chat that played a classic deck. Sure. What is it? When I played on Northdale, the client does not utilize most of my cores in my CPU. Is that classic WoW demo better than optimized? That's a lot of people have that issue. Some people who have like brand new computers play on private servers, and it's like horrible. I don't know exactly what that is. You're gonna have to ask someone who's a little bit more technically smarter than I am. So I'm sure you could find some people to talk to about that. It's an updated client, so it should run better. So yeah, it will absolutely be better for classic. I would say, Basher Hedden, absolutely. I knew Vomp would have the answer. I need some ice cream, dude. Ice cream sounds so good right now, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going a little bit here. I just want to say before I go, it's 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. I gotta get going, buddies. I just want to say, guys, this again was literally like my 6th stream. I got so much love and support for you guys. I did, what, like 2-3 streams this week? I'm going to keep doing that, guys. And I have a question for you guys before I go. So, I was thinking what I could do in the stream with you guys, right? And I love having these chats, just sitting down talking with you, getting the hype going, right? We all, thank you, Pagan. But before we go, I just want to, thank you, Lion. So, I've been thinking about, like, what I could do with you guys, and I don't want to play retail, right? I don't want to play other games, but I was thinking, Melderon brought this up to me. He was like, what if you go into retail, just go in there and go to like AQ 40, or, you know, go to AQ, you go to Nax, you go to these places, just literally bring your character in there and talk about the lore, talk about your experience in that raid, go to Molten Core, talk about your experience there, doing shit like that. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't be playing the actual game. I'd literally just be bringing my character, like, into the place and talking about it. But I don't know. I don't know. Part of me just doesn't even want to go on that fucking BFA shit, dude. Like, I mean, I think it would be awesome, though. Don't you think that Nation of Pig, like, imagine me just taking my character in the Molten Core and be like, hey guys, like, here we are in Molten Core, like, this is this fight, this is this boss, this is what happens here, and then just talking to you guys while I'm in there, while I'm doing it. You know, one day we can do MC, one day we can do BWL, one day we can go into Onyxi's Lair, and just talk to you guys while I'm in there and have that up in the background, you know, and just kind of, like, talk about that. You think it's a good idea? Even just go fishing. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Cool, maybe I can get more than 30 frame per second in raids. Yeah. Like a guided tour. Yeah, kind of like a guided tour. Yeah. Okay, you guys seem pretty responsive to that. On your right. Play. Okay. We might try that next time, guys. Then you can't even go a handful of the dungeons. Or yeah, like, you can't, like, ZG is totally changed. So the ones that we can go in, like, Onyxi's Lair is different, right? But it's pretty much the same mechanics and everything like that. So, you know, we'll figure it out. So next time I think we'll just like, I'll just go into Molten Core and see what happens. See if people like it. If people like it, we'll keep doing it. And, you know, we might only do it a few times here or there, but I want to do something a little bit different than just having the background out and chatting with you, having a little bit more of, you know, like an ongoing thing going on. So we'll try that next time, guys. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, I think it'd be fun too. Yeah, I'm not going to sub Ethan. So the thing I'm going to do, I still have like 200,000 gold on that guy because I played in Legion. So I'm just going to buy a month's worth of subscription with my gold that I have. So I'm not even going to pay them. I'm not going to pay them. I'm not going to give them any money. Just going to give them the gold that I have. So that's all I'm going to do. You can talk about strats for people who didn't play vanilla. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Talking about strats, talking about how you do this fight, talking about what I did in this fight, like as a healer, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not giving them any money, Ivan. I have gold on that guy. I have like 200,000 gold on him. Not giving them any cash. So just know that there's no money. This is all gold that I had on it. Do this Wednesday. This Wednesday sounds good, dude. That sounds great. We could do it together. All right, Pogren. We'll figure that out. Hit me up in Discord later. I'm probably gonna hit the sack in a little bit, but just hit me up and I'll get back to you tomorrow when I can. Alright guys, love your content. By the way, this is Bob Hope. I think I've watched all your classic vids, just getting the hype up. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Bob Hope. Guys, thank you again. I had a lot of fun tonight. You know, I just wanted to come in here and chill with you guys, and like I said, this has been beyond words can describe how much fun I've had doing this shit with you guys. So guys, yeah, we'll shoot for Wednesday, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure to check out on Discord, guys. Check out our channel. We have a lot of other videos on the channel. And until next time, guys, this is Defcamp signing off. Peace. I love you guys. Love you. Keep the hype going. Couple more months, babe. That's it. Couple more months. All right, guys. Take it easy. Shake it easy, baby. Shake.